Hello, everyone. Welcome to Wayward Arcadium, episode 16, here on Nat 20 Productions, official on Twitch. I think I said all the words. Great to see everyone here in the chat. Hope you all have a great time. Just give a little heads up at the front. We may or may not be seeing a feed. They are with their family in Germany, which is freaking awesome. And time zones suck. So if we see them, great. If not, we wish Fee and their family a great time together. But that being said, let's start off with some hellos and see who we're hating on this week, and then do a recap, and let's get 16 underway. Let's start with I have so many titles in my head. I'm just gonna say Aki. Aki, please tell us who you are, who you're playing, and what your pronouns are, and we'll save the hate rant for after everyone's done.
After everyone's done, that's fine. Hi, I'm Aki. My pronouns are she, her, and I'm playing Sarnai Ailtishma. Pronouns he, they. Your local sad boy summoner wizard thing, teeth boy, full of teeth, full of shadow. That's a lad. That's a they.
That's lad.
That's a they. That's a them.
That's a lad.
That's a they.
Yeah.
That's a them. All these.
That's all. That's that. Yeah. Delicious.
All right.
Probably lacking sleep now though.
Yeah.
Aren't we all?
I think we're all just a little tired.
I don't think any of us are gonna sleep. Like any of our characters will have slept well.
I mean, it was prom night.
It's true. Well, I mean, I don't know if college has prom night, but the equivalent of,
Yeah. They have like a winter formal and a spring
Close
formal.
enough.
Yeah, exactly. And
At
also,
least my school did.
Yeah, we had a few dances, but then it's college, so it's like if you want to drink and dance, you're adults. You can just do that whenever.
Yeah.
So yeah, next up, Aubrey, please tell us who you are and who you're playing and what your pronouns are.
I am Aubrey, and I play your local sad girl witch with the murderous owl bear slowly getting bigger. It started as a tiny owl, now it is a dog size, like a cat sized owl bear. And yeah, it's just gonna get bigger. And both Aurora and I use she, her pronouns.
Excellent. Next up, we have Makai. Makai, tell us who you are, who you're playing, and what your pronouns are.
Well, ye claw, everybody. It's a pleasure to be playing with you tonight, and I am hoping to be somewhat conscious, which is not going to be likely. But we're going to figure it out as... There we go. We're going to figure it out as we go along, because that's what we do. Tonight, I'll be playing Gridded D Stone Basin for you. We're going to heal our friends and uplift them to new heights, make sure they're feeling good and groovy. And other things. We don't have a script for this show, so I don't know what's about to happen.
Yeah, we have at best an outline. Next up, Dusty, please tell us who you are, who you're playing, and what your pronouns are.
Hello, I am Dusty. I use they, he pronouns, and I am playing Aldwin Sanchez, baker of breads, having of dancing not so great, but better with their prom date.
Beautiful.
And they also use they, he pronouns.
Love it. Well, I guess that just leaves a little of me. My name is PJ. I'm the GM for Wayward Arcadium and Nat 20 Productions official here on Twitch. My pronouns are he, him. I'll be playing everyone and everything in between. And before we get into the recap, I definitely want to hear Aki. Who we hating on today, Aki?
Hating on who we hating on.
Hello. We are hating on Tom Cruise today. It's a bit of an easy one, but like this bitch has a past, and that past should be spoken of. So besides like being super fucking misogynistic, we've got like dating very young women, an estranged father, technically, to his daughter. We also have being super controlling to all of his wives, from what they wear to apparently when they can use the bathroom. That's something I looked up. Apparently that's an accusation. I don't know which wife, and I can't confirm if that's true or not, but I mean, like, scum is scum.
Scum is scum.
Yeah. he's not a short king. He's just real low-hanging fruit, just real easy to pick on. He's apparently horrible to work with too. Specific, not to other cast and crew. Oh, sorry, not to other casts, but it's to the crew specifically. He's apparently very trash to them and interns everywhere. So yeah, hate on Tom Cruise because
Also,
it's easy.
Scientologist.
Scientologist.
That was the easiest thing.
That was the easiest thing.
I completely forgot about it.
Fun fact, sort of fun. He loves going around to Scientologist churches so much that I had a friend who was dating someone who's in this church in Scientology, and he was just like picking them up one day, and it's like, oh, there's fucking Tom Cruise. Okay, middle of downtown San Diego. All right. So he likes doing that. So if you want to meet Tom Cruise, just become a Scientologist, I guess.
I don't understand Scientology too much, so I'm not going to shit on it, but the most I understand of it is that one South Park episode where everybody was in the closet.
It's not great.
And I feel the urge to say allegedly, because maybe we've confirmed it, maybe it's who would deny anything, but also just to watch my ass. Allegedly.
That's covering PJ. Tom Cruise, fight me.
Yes.
Fight Dusty.
Yes.
I said me. This is Dusty Hill. Fight me.
Who we hating on? Who we hating on? Who we hating on?
That's been our segment. Who we hating, Aki? Well, I don't know if that's going to continue to season 2. Who knows? Maybe there's a lot of negativity in the world. But that being said, here's the recap of what happened last week. Last week was the big dance. And it was a fun bit of role play. We had some music. Everyone got to do some dancing, some activities. Someone got a tattoo. Points over to Aurora. There was a jousting tournament, a whole bunch of fun activities and drinks galore. Hiro's sister was invited and she showed up, and she was also a good fun time to have. It was great. Nothing went wrong until it went wrong, and they found that one of the students was fighting a possession of a demon. Well, after looking into that, they found that this person had been taken or coerced to going to the divination office, the office of the divining teacher. So after checking in with Jensen Ordo and Quentin Zelus, they ran off there. And in there, they found a bloody red circle emanating evil auras, someone chanting a ritual, and a Brimarak demon, who they then got the jump on and mollywopped to death in one round. That was truly amazing. You all just blew it away. And from there, came to find out that the person doing the ritual was the illusion teacher, who was a part of the 5 teachers that came from Cheliax, one Donoma Vigilante. Now, at this point, after being exposed, she then immediately gave herself up to be incarcerated for crimes against humanity, and would not put up a fight. Just threw themselves at your mercy, much to your frustration and rage, as how dare they? And I believe last we checked, Aki's character Sarnai called in their dad's name and arrested this person, and now you are in charge of a potential, I don't know what the word to use to call it, but bad person now stuck in your room, chained to your, I don't know, desk or drawer or something. And that's kind of where everything ended. Crazy turn. It was a big episode. And now we start off the next day. Everyone ready for the morning announcements? Anything you want to say before we get into this bad boy? No? All right.
God, I love Cooney Marmor.
Let's get those morning announcements for everybody. Good morning, you freaking legends, you. Hey, you, I saw you dancing. That's right, I'm talking to you. You were amazing. You were gorgeous. And I hope you had a damn great time. I know I did. And I cannot wait to do it again next year. That's right. They're going to have to fight to get me out of this booth and out of your lives. The voice of choice, Cooney Marmor here, giving you your morning announcements. And hey, I know you're all hungover. I'm a little hungover. I'm going to make this short and sweet and too big to tweet. Here's what is happening. All divination classes are canceled. Don't worry, you're getting full credit anyway. After a little bit of a raucous event last night, the divination office is closed to the public. There's an ongoing investigation, so if you know anything, if you saw anything, please do what you can to help us investigate. And hey, I know you're all heroes. Maybe this is your chance to save the freaking day, people. Now, that being said, this will be the last day of classes before we start to mobilize into finals. So if there's anything you need to take care of, get rid of, do the do, and make it cool, this is your last chance. And until then, everyone, listen, this year has been an honor, and I can't wait to see you again next year. This has been the voice of choice saying, I love you. O-U-T-L. Oh, and before I close it, I have to say, you all look like a great, big, beautiful community, because you can't have a community without you and I in it. Why? Because, baby, your teamwork makes the dream work. I love you. Cooney Marmer out!
God, he's cute.
And with that, the morning announcements have come and gone. There's a bright and hazy, dewy morn around the campus. What do you do?
I was not prepared for this level of freedom.
I would probably, after, my general morning thing, my preparing all my spells and stuff, I would, I guess, just find the group, because I feel like we need to talk about things. We need to have a conversation and figure things out.
More than likely.
I think whenever the group reconvenes, Sarnai is gonna be last. Because maybe I've had a prisoner in my room for the whole time, and I've had to rearrange everything, keep all the secret hidden things away, keep a lot of my good things away. That's my whole fucking room. But also, not be horrible. They probably have the bed, and Sarnai has a chair, because we're not going to be a terrible host now. But I don't think Sarnai's done much sleeping, let alone much upkeep. So when they come over, I think Victorian dandy shirt, there are buttons, but it's he just didn't have time to put all of them up. We got pants on, we got shoes on. Hair is messy, probably. It's the equivalent of if you've slid off a chair before, your hair just flies up. It's messy. Makeup, very, very minimal. Just one tired looking, disheveled young lad. Honestly.
Oh, I was gonna bring you coffee.
Yep. It's just bedhead 101, except no bed, all head.
No bed, all head.
No bed, all head.
No bed, all head. That's
Very
the
tired.
With that being said, Greta would like to get up a little early, get their morning exercises in, get it in, what in the gym. You know how we do. I haven't been to the gym in over a year. My God. But no, we do our morning exercises, make ourselves a nice, healthy breakfast, breakfast sandwich, plenty of meat, plenty of protein, plenty of stuff. Sorry, I had really good Euro before this, and I'm starting to crash. God, meat is too good. But no, we go ahead and make ourselves one, but then we make one for Sarnai, and we get them some coffee going, and on our way to meet the group, we go and pick them up. Hero as well, but surprise, they ain't here.
They sleepy.
Yeah, Hero's still asleep. No one can wake her up. No amount of pounding on the door can wake Hero up.
You get that kind of disaster snoring coming from the inside, they're out. They've had enough. They've had enough.
Yeah, they had a very long, eventful night, actually.
Too much of that whiskey.
A lot. Yeah, they got fucked up on drinks. Their sister showed up and said, I was proud of you, and then dropped that their dad is proud of them. That's so much. That's
a lot.
That's a lot.
It's more than any of us got.
That's so much. Yeah, no, Hero's out for today. It's fine.
Sleep it off, baby boy, please.
So I guess it comes down to Aurora and Dusty, or Aldwin. What are you two doing before you meet up to have a conversation before the day really kicks off?
Aldwin has not slept a lot. So they were up late in their dorm room baking a lot of stuff. Just because at this point they've like made half the room into like a makeshift oven where they're just using magic and stuff. And I think they just like, yeah, and I think they just kind of just been like both making like actual like the buns that they always make, like the healing buns, the chill out buns, but also getting really into the impossible cake making. So when they actually leave their dorm room, they are carrying like a bag that has a bunch of buns. Looks like there's like a ruler, like a book in there, and they are walking down the hallway, eating what looks like a sock, but it's cake. So I guess I get bonuses to sock lore. Sock deception.
Sweet,
Sock deception, yeah.
sweet, delicious sock lore.
I love that Pathfinder was like, hey, Paizo was like, hey, listen, this whole impossible cake thing is really, popping up. How do we make that now an alchemy thing in Paizo's Pathfinder2e? We put our best minds on it. We made a thing, and here's Alduin like repping it, like this is how it's done.
There's like leveled up versions too, so I can't wait to get into that.
Magical. Is this cake? Also, hello to Guild of the Phoenix. Thank you so much for the raid. Hope you like it. I just missed morning announcements, but we're about to go to adventure class. But I guess before we do, y'all, you want to talk about the demon last night? Like Aurora? I mean, I'm gonna give you the talking stick. What do you want to do?
Yeah, Aurora probably would I think we all like, she knows kind of where everyone is. So you will probably get messages being like, hey, I'm gonna go down to I'm gonna get some like food and stuff. We should probably talk about what happened last night, figure out what's going on.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
I imagine we have like our table in the mess hall by this point.
Yeah.
I'm in, someone sitting there. Move.
Just sitting there with like their lunch. You okay? And they get up and run away.
Yeah,
I hear you, bye.
I have Pebble the owlbear. His reputation has to have been spread far and wide by this point.
Oh yeah, everyone's like, do you know the story about the little baby owl murderer? I'm sorry, someone who kills baby owls? No. They are a baby owl and a murderer. You don't want to piss them off. All right, so you sit down at your favorite table. Your little baby owlbear is just taking like a knife and practicing. Now that he's got like fingers, he's doing this bit.
Grit is like, joining in.
Yeah, he's just like, Mother, I'm one with the knife. What a wonderful day.
Yes, I'm so proud of you.
It's got a little bud. Put down a gold piece and I join in.
Just his big owl eyes look at you and goes, I am one with the knife. I don't even have to look at it anymore. Ow. Maybe I do.
Donkey Cookie Kid.
This is why Aurora is so good at medicine.
This is why Grit is so good at medicine.
Just poor Pebble, just covered in band-aids.
It's like, Pebble, are you okay? I am one with the knife. That's all he says.
I'm one with the knife.
And the knife is one with me. All right, so you're at your favorite lunch table in the commissary. What are you doing? What are you saying?
And just look at everybody and just being like, so
that happened.
That happened. I also wait. Where do we start? Like,
I don't know. Like, should we go check on him? Is that what you do after you save someone's life? I don't know.
I mean, maybe. I mean, I'm kind of worried that it happened in the divination office, and that guy can see the future.
Yeah, that's been
I know he's very much the I don't want to, mess with the future. But yet again, people summoning demons in your office, I feel like that is something you should put a stop to.
Yeah, you should probably keep that part, close. But then again, maybe they used it because he never goes there.
No, I mean isn't that where we met him every time?
That's where we met him, but I don't think he's taking other students. And he was always rather reluctant to share anything of the future with us besides little cryptic hints.
Like not to split up at the dance.
That exactly, a cryptic hint.
I think we need to talk to them because I just can't leave that be. If they had any inkling about this.
Yeah. And I mean, the person probably wasn't working alone, right?
They can't have been. I mean, the fact that it's been happening all year, and this is the first time we found out about it. Alden bites into a sock. It's something's happening.
Okay, maybe I need to go back to bed. Why? Is that it?
Huh? Oh shit! I've been baking all night. This is when here. And they pull out.
No! Wait, you wear fucking socks? Your barefoot ass everywhere.
Well, what do you think? I baked the cake based off a sock.
So wait, it's a cake that's also.
It's not a sock. It's a cake that looks like a sock. I've been getting really good at this. Look, Alden pulls out a math book. Look,
Alden, you were going to give both of my hearts a fucking attack.
You have 2 hearts.
Let's not get into that right now.
No. Oh shit.
But no, look, it looks like the book looks like pages, and they open it
feel
up,
like
and
we're
it's
getting
raspberry
distracted.
filling.
Aurora, do you want to share with the class then? Because one bitch has 2 hearts, the other one who never wears shoes has socks. What's up with you?
That part.
Tattoo? I don't know.
That's not, that. No, we watched you get
night.
that.
That's
nothing special.
Nothing. Like literally, I don't think there's anything that I haven't told you all at this point, or you haven't learned.
Okay. Well, shit. You want to question the divination teacher? Sure.
Yes.
Why not? If we can find them.
Yeah. There's anybody else that we can think of that might be involved with this.
I mean, who has been sus all year?
No one else really comes to mind. I mean, the only other teachers we really interact with are, Pimpleback and not Pimpleback. Right? They just seem to want to fight people, which game respect game.
Yeah.
Okay, but what about the math teacher?
What about her?
Yes, she is from Cheliax, and
thank you.
It's more like they were always way too chipper.
Mm-hmm.
But then always talking about math magicians. Has anyone actually gone to the math magicians class?
No.
Not beyond the time we work for her.
Huh.
And they seemed really desperate to find people.
Always making Kuni Mama make announcements about them.
I mean, everybody in the school's fucking gay. Who's gonna go do a math class willingly?
I mean, you're not wrong.
It's a good 80-20 representation.
Yeah.
Or subsequentation sequence? I don't know. This is why I'm not in math class.
I think that's chemistry, which is almost like baking, but more.
And I'm relatively sure that the arcanozoology teachers don't have anything to do with it.
They don't have anything to do with anything.
Yeah.
Sure. So.
Okay.
I mean, we sure that the Quintus and the other one, they're good. That they seem to not like this. This is, I don't know what I'm saying anymore.
Yeah.
Neither do we.
Yeah.
And a lot of shit has happened in 24 hours.
I think we're all just processing in different ways. I feel like we're missing something big and obvious, but it's just not making
Yeah.
sense. Yeah.
Yeah, I do think the divination seems like a good first stop. I mean, we can get some light shining on whatever this big obvious thing that we, we can't seem to think of is.
Hey, GM, could I make a brain blast check?
Sure, yeah. You're
Or
looking
brain
for
blast.
like an idea or a breadcrumb to follow.
Yeah, just because like
Can I roll for a hint, please?
I'm just thinking it's like what would be something like, I don't know, maybe just like a straight up perception check or
Like the dots check. Lore, what the fuck are we doing? What the heck are we doing? Check.
I don't have that lore. I just have sailing and cooking.
Now it makes me regret that I didn't decide to play an investigator.
I know, right?
It's like, ah!
Well, I'll say this, yeah. Give me a perception check,
Okay.
and we'll just take it from there.
Yeah.
Take it weird.
I have a more specific question because I am a part of the trial. Has there been any news at all? I mean, it did happen last night, so I doubt that no school board is that efficient. So, like, has there been any news at all or not?
I want to make sure I get the rules first, but I do want to give you an update on that. So, like, bookmark that. Remind me in a bit. Dusty, what was your role?
So my morning things are just like the thing I do before each session is I have, what's the spell called? Lucky number. So I roll that before each session. This week's was a 7. So I roll a 7. I re-roll it. I have to take the next one. I got a nat 20.
Oh my god.
So that's a total of 30.
That is amazing. Okay, so total of 30. So you remember Kunimammer saying that there's currently divination classes canceled, and that an investigation is currently being held on campus for events pertaining to the divination class. So you know from that there is a very possible chance that there's people around here looking for clues, meaning that if you want to get more information, there's probably clues around here that you can start looking for to kind of figure out, hopefully, a lead on something that would answer your questions. Just a thought. That being said, Aki, you asked about the trial. Yes, Kunimammer did mention there's currently investigation and something more to that. The Archdean is going to be holding an investigation. A trial. However, it will require evidence and witnesses. So at this point in time, they are basically waiting to create a body of evidence so that they can actually have a trial and not just sit there and be like, I hate your face, go to jail. You know what I mean? They need to actually create a case. But you know that the Archdean is on premises because a lot of crap has fallen on her desk. And there's a lot of rumors that she is going to be doing basically academic trials for like the next 2 weeks involving this and many other cases brought to the board's attention.
Thanks.
Makai, you had your hand raised a bit. Were you going to roll something?
Yes, I was gonna ask if I could roll. I know it's a different type of cult, but using my history with cults, cults and cult members, could I roll to sort of see if I can start matching behavior with anyone we like know or regularly interact with?
So, like, see if anyone that you know may exhibit cult behavior.
Yeah.
Like us?
I mean, I'll be honest. You can.
Well, now I'm panicking.
Yeah. You can always try. Worst case scenario, you get some good old fashioned shallow information.
Rolls nat 1. Yeah, well, there's about 5 people that come to mind. There's Dusty, there's you.
It's like, aren't we all cultists, and a cult of personality of our own design?
Don't you dare lump me in with cultists. I've literally been beaten out of it. Don't you dare lump me with that.
There's an origin story about this.
If my father hears of that, oh no.
Oh no.
I've already invoked daddy rights like 12 hours ago. I rather not again. It might summon him for real.
Trying about daddy wrongs. Well, anyways.
No.
No, teasing. What was it doing?
Cult lore cult.
Sorry, I left my dice in the other room, so I have to use a dice roller, and I couldn't find it.
It's all good.
I got a 19.
19. Okay. It does get kind of difficult to suss out cult behavior when you're literally going to school to become champions, well-informed religious students, occultism students, druid students. It's really, you can definitely connect almost everything to a cult in some way, shape, or form. But something specific with this, the only thing coming to mind is a cult of one does not exist.
Yeah, best not to dig too deep into that school of thought.
Aurora.
Since we have seen somebody who is like experiencing symptoms of possession, actually that's what I'm going to do is I'm going to just keep an eye out for anybody else who might have the same symptoms. And hopefully we could find somebody and maybe get some more information, because that person can't have been the only one last night that they did this to.
Okay. Give me a religion check. Aki, what's up?
So you know how I'm like rich?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So that means I have grown up with gossip my entire life. So could I go do the Virgo thing and just like go around, try to see if I can find gossip of anything of the like anywhere?
Jeez,
Yeah, give me a society check for that.
Fish the hot.
I got a dirty 20 on my religion check.
Okay, 320. You're looking around, Aurora, trying to find anyone, or at least keeping kind of like a general overwatch of anyone that may exhibit, possession, specifically symptoms of a vermolech slowly killing them from the inside out, as you have now witnessed this horrifically in person twice. As you're doing this, though, you do note hidden in the champion's classroom a sigil. It's a very similar summoning sigil that reminds you of the one that you saw at Holy Fist's house and last night in the divination office. It's not activated. It seems kind of like dried blood, becoming this kind of deadened, sabline color, but it's there.
If everyone else is with me, I'll point, and if not, it's just message like, "Hey, get to the champions room. Hey, get to the champions room. Hey, get to the champions room."
We need evidence, Aurora. We're going to send that as evidence. Okay, we just got to make sure nobody comes to clean this up.
Yep.
Oh, okay. I'll do that.
I activate my minor illusion capture app on my crystal.
Just sitting there like, and take. And
Aurora will like, she's got journals and stuff on her, and she draws all the time, mostly stars, but she's going to pull out like
no, don't draw that in your fucking journal. You are a fucking student going to this school. You're gonna walk out of here with a drawing of that in your journal. You might as well just frame yourself.
So we have evidence
That you doodle.
It's like maybe put it in a journal.
Don't.
Keep it in, like, if
a summoning circle is just a summoning circle. You drawing that is just going to make you look like a cultist.
Then what do you suggest?
I'm going to get a fucking teacher is what I suggest.
I was just worried that like if anything happens, like somebody's gonna get rid of this, and then we can at least know what it is.
We need physical evidence. You drawing in your book this is just going to look like a student who is interested in this. You're going to basically...
You should go get the teacher.
Yourself incriminating yourself. I am going to go get the teacher.
So while you're getting the teacher, the society check for your rumors, what was they again?
Hot Goss got 28.
Hot Goss got 28. You've been hearing a lot of scuttlebutt, rumor mongering, rumor milling, whatever, the whole thing that the druid, good lord, the archdean is
The
not only
Archdruid,
about
change your modes now. Sorry.
yeah, the archdean is not only about to put the divination teacher on trial, but also will be putting Jensen Ordo, Quentin Zalus, and Professor Marrow on trial in the next couple of weeks, if not a month. There's, like students do, they only focus on the negative. That's all they're saying. They have no details and have not even scratched further as to why and what they could be about, if they're even related. But there's a lot of scuttlebutt about like all of the different trials that could be happening on campus and all of the need for evidence and, of course, expert witnesses in those trials.
Would I know? Sorry, would I know where the archdean is in general? Because I mean, I have the person in question under house arrest in my room. I feel like I have every right to go be like, yeah, I'm gonna talk to you without a scheduled interview. Just drop shit on them.
The archdean, she does have a place on campus. I think she largely stays off campus and travel in when they need her. But yeah, no, she is definitely living on campus because of all the trials that she's probably going to have to oversee for the next 3 or 4 weeks. I mean, 2 weeks for the investigation, 2 weeks for the trial, respectively. So you can give me a society to find out where she is. But before you do that, you do need to find an adult for this creepy sigil.
Yeah.
So who do you want to go for?
What was mentioned at least last week that I took note of was in order for me to do classes, I would be like buddying up on watch time with, I believe, Quentin Zealous. So that means I'm gonna go find the champion class teacher.
Okay,
what's his name? I'm
Jensen Ordo.
Jensen, thank you. I wanted to call him.
Is he on trial? Is he on the house arrest?
He might be on trial, but if anybody is gonna look suspicious, it's unfortunately gonna be in the champion teacher in the champions class, who is from Cheliax. So we might as well just have him watch over it.
Okay.
He's unfortunately our closest ally.
You don't gotta say it like that. I actually like him.
I know, I like them too. It's just if you think the academic trial is harsh, I know what I'm doing this summer.
So you find Jensen Ordo, who is just awkwardly kicking it in the teacher's lounge. It does not take long before he basically sees you and then leaves the entire thing, like steps outside. All right, what is it? What have you found?
There is a summoning circle in your classroom, and we would like it if you could watch over it for now, so we can go get the archdean her fucking evidence.
Sure. Yes, of course. Hold on 1 second. You see Jensen lean back, open the door to the teacher's lounge. He goes, "I'm going out. The coffee sucks." Closes it. They won't disagree. All right, lead the way. I'll follow.
You'd think the coffee here, the bean, would be much better, but apparently everything in Absalom bean related is just so waterlogged.
I think it's because they prefer to have it go to the highest bidder, unfortunately.
Oh, we do love capitalism in this old city. Yeah, country.
The ye old countryside.
So Jensen Ordo follows you all the way to his champions class. He sees a roller there and he looks at the sigil and he looks confused for a bit. He goes, That's peculiar. That's very peculiar.
Why?
That's the same sigil that Quentin uses when we have to summon demons for combat, but it's only the size of his note. It's only the size of his book. A sigil this large could only be ritualistic.
Yeah. And I mean, sigils aren't like unique to each person.
It's true. It's more of a tool for a job. And
Yeah.
this one looks like the job is summoning bigger demons than what we would use on you in class. Make no mistake, we've been using the sigil on you all in class, but nothing this large.
Would it look familiar? Does he have like an assistant? Is anyone who would know the sigil? Or
He starts to whisper to you. Quentin is a very talented and very gifted signifier. He would know his magics very, very well. He wouldn't need one this big. I mean, unless he was summoning something, quite frankly, stupid. If this is being used, it would have to take at least 2 or 3 people or one person completely giving all of themselves to the circle.
Could I feel like do we know anyone that fits that description?
No, but Quentin also teaches the religion class, and a couple of you go there. Is there anyone you have seen in class, perhaps, that is very into?
I am not actually in the religion class.
On a side note, out of character, I do remember it was a very off, like, random NPC that was looking at his book in one of the classes. They were talking about Asmodeus, but Sarna was not in that class. But I remember that because I took notes on that. I was like, oh, it's a fucking NPC. But that could have, it was in the religion class. Religion class, because you guys went to the religion class at least once.
Yeah, I know Aldwin has
who.
gone. Did Aldwin go? I know Aldwin went once for sure.
Once for sure. I think there was a second time.
Was it with Hero? Maybe? Because I know him with the second time.
You know what? Greta will go to a religion class. She can fake it.
Also,
I don't think we're going to the classes right now, but
no, like there was someone in them.
Yeah, there was someone. I'm talking about if you've seen any students that are overly zealous about learning, specifically the not so great gods, like Asmodeus. In terms of like circles and stuff, well, I go to a summoning class. I can speak to my professor and see what is up.
Mm-hmm.
My same reaction I'll have with the religious kids is champions class, but
well, didn't you fight? Well, I mean, yeah, of course you fought demons. So it's like part of the champions class, right?
what are we doing about this? We've made someone aware of the circle. Are we?
I'm going straight to the Archdean now. She needs physical evidence. As long as we have someone we trust here watching the circle and making sure nothing happens to it, we can get her the physical evidence. If she sees it with her eyes, at the very least, she cannot fucking deny it. And I'm assuming we are all willing to be witnesses at said trial.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Okay, well, there we go. So I'll go look for her. Send her over here if I can. And
I don't think any of us should travel alone. We should do buddy system.
My dear, I am not alone. I have Naga. Whom I didn't summon. Wait a minute.
Still, take Greta with you. You can hold hands and be gay.
I mean, I wouldn't say.
I'm giving you a
my hand so I can stop being gay.
I take the hands so we can start.
Hold hands for safety.
Thank you.
Hold hands for safety. You've given me a very
hold my hand.
Aldwin is like instinctually just like, okay. Oh, okay.
Listen, you've done was giving me the greatest distraction I could have asked for. So thank you.
Welcome.
How many bitches?
You keep being this nice to me. I'm gonna come up there and kiss you.
I'm not nice. I'm literally so fucking tired. I think my anger has watered down to just mild distaste and contentment. Not contentment, discontentment. Look at that. I'm becoming illiterate.
Yes.
All these big words, so fancy, so smart. Ah, I'm in love.
Oh, go find the head dean.
Right.
Yeah,
Yes,
we're
this
walking
is
and
all.
talking.
Okay, so the two of you are going to, so by two, I mean Aki and Makai, you're going to go check in with the Archdean. Aubrey and Dusty, what are you two doing currently? Jensen Ordo will be watching over the summoning circle.
Do we want to leave him here and see if we can go find the divination professor, or do we want to just stay here until the Archdean gets here?
I really want to go talk to the divination professor.
Same, because also that is my academic future.
Fucking right, yeah. Okay.
Same. Aurora is just been low-key stressing this whole time, being like, if he turns out to be evil, what happens to my academic future? Do I have to go back to Taldor?
Do you have to go to evil college? Huh.
Is this my supervillain origin story?
Well, see, no. Now I deserve a thank you, because if he's somehow evil, you are his sponsored student, and the last thing that you would want is a fucking sigil in your goddamn book, looking like a whole ass cultist. I am a genius.
Okay, so really fast, are you looking? Just so I can clarify, you're looking for the divination professor.
Mhm.
Are you going to his office, or
He's not going to be in his office.
you're going to look for somewhere more specific?
Someone, it's just like, he's got to have like a house. He's got to have like a place he lives.
Yeah.
Which-
If you can give me a society check, you might be able to find where a dormitory for him or domicile for him would be on campus.
Do you want to do you want one of us to roll and then the other to assist?
I will try assisting.
Because I'm like, I have a +11 to society.
I have 3.
Yeah.
That's the way to do it.
So proud of you.
Can you, if you roll really badly, do you unassist?
Crit fail, I get a -1.
Yeah, I want to say if you roll bad enough, like a critical fail, you do take penalties to the assist. The idea is you're actually kiboshing it.
Let me use the hero point because I was an at one.
Oh no.
So let's use a hero point.
All right.
Okay.
That's
I
the
love
vibe
the,
for tonight.
I love the idea of unassisting. It's just like
Like you're trying your best and your best is literally the worst and you're just ruining the whole procedure.
I know that sounds like that would be so I think even then I got a 19.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
I don't think I help.
Yeah,
I
maybe
definitely
DC
didn't
is
unhelp, but I didn't help.
Yeah, you didn't unhelp.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm also going to use my hero point because that was a 2.
Relatable.
The duality.
Terrible spice.
Oh, that's better. That's going to be a 21.
Let's go.
There we go. Okay, so looking around campus, asking around, they do say kind of like the gossip mill is kind of giggling a bit and like, oh yeah, looking for the divination professor. Well, he has a kind of a cabin on site that he stays at. Good luck. It's been obfuscated so that the investigators can leave him alone. So you're gonna have to give me a Arcana check for recognizing the divination magic on it.
Do we get an advantage because we're his favorite students and only students?
Well, since you're doing so well in divination and you are literally
do
the
have-
only one studying it,
I do have detect magic prepared.
Okay,
So they can
yeah, you can
to
probably
like
find it. That
ping
way.
an area, being like somewhere over there.
Beep, 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 beep.
Beep, 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 beep.
Detect magic makes it even easier. Sure enough, like you're looking and there's this beautiful wide open like kind of an open field with some of the dense trees in the backside of the school, and you're getting this giant, like it hurts your head to consider the magic you're detecting. It's pinging so hard, it's like very loud music in your skull. It hurts like hell, but you found it.
Then I walk towards it.
walking blindly. You gently and politely slam into it on accident. Feeling around, you find the door. You can find the doorknob. It's not locked.
I'm going to be considerate and knock first.
That's probably a good idea. They'll want to bust into the secret room.
You hear a voice going, Aurora, it's unlocked. You can just come on in. I've been expecting both of you.
Oh yeah, I forget about that sometimes.
You get scared?
Then you should know I have anxiety and like to knock first.
I'm trying to be polite because I've been traumatized as a kid. I know. That's why I told you.
When the divination professor is stressed, he gets scared. I love
Don't we
it.
all? Don't we all?
Pretty much.
I'm being accused of something I have not foreseen. Oh dear.
Oh my!
What am I to do?
Oh dear!
All I did was wake up today, and the world hates me.
Not
I was
again.
like,
I'm
oh
a
lordy,
divination
I didn't
teacher,
even sign up for
student
this.
divination relations.
You don't talk about.
Divination.
Tiralel. It's a very elven name. Good old Tiralel. Anyway, so you go
Yeah,
in.
I opened the door.
And much like you would imagine a kind of like an invisibility spell, the minute you open the door, there's this harsh contrast in reality between the kind of open abyss of this forest and then this beautifully maintained cabin. Hardwood, polished rugs, the bear skin on the ground, the wonderful fireplace crackling and roaring, the sweet cherry scent of tobacco, and I mean it's a gorgeous environment. And you see him sitting in a recliner with a pipe and a crystal ball on a table, and he's staring at it like one would watch a football game, just kind of like, yes, oh bloody hell no, just enjoying his pipe. And he goes, oh please have a seat. What can I mean, I know you're here, but being polite, what can I do for you all today?
Well, kind of the whole demonic investigation about your office.
Yes, I'm currently aware of the investigation. Yes. Oh,
Yeah, we just wanted it was in your office. We wanted to talk to you. Eliminate you as a suspect.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, of course. Oh, would you like an alibi? Would you like?
Okay, just this is where I just we need to be very upfront and just how is it that you did not know that they're going to be in your office? This is your whole thing.
Of course. Well, that is a bit perplexing, honestly. When you are used to borderline omnipotence, when you don't see something, you don't think about it. When you're used to seeing the forest and the trees, you don't pay attention when there isn't a sprout. Does this make sense?
So they used magic to hide what they were doing?
Quite possibly. I
mean,
mean, if you think about it, why would you do
was the
anything in
illusion
divination
teacher.
office?
Could someone use illusion magic to do that?
Possibly, but divination, enchantment, illusions, there are different schools, different spheres of magic, but similar executions. One could definitely master 2 of the 3 with the same education.
And so if they were obscuring the fact that they were using your office, what I guess, yeah, just what were you doing at the dance? Because I want to point out that you did tell us to stick together at the dance, so you knew something was going to happen.
I saw the possibility for a great danger happening to you all, not me. I warned you, as I felt was my moral imperative. When the dance happened, I did what I always do when there are social functions. I isolate myself. I decided to stay on campus because it was rather late and I'd have to start grading finals, and I didn't want to go all the way back to my home. And I stayed here in my cabin. And if you need an alibi, I have a puzzle I've been doing, started just recently. Very droll, but I figured it might be important. So the puzzle can be an anchor for divination. If anyone touches a puzzle piece and does the right scrying magic, they'll see that I was here pandering to the puzzle board for quite a while.
What's the puzzle of? Just out of more curiosity.
Oh, it's some cottage by a river. There's some ducks splashing around. I believe if I originate from the top right piece, I could have it all done in about 35 seconds. But again, what's the point? I was just doing it mostly to create some sort of unusual time and space anchor, because divination's a motherfucker sometimes. You get data, but you don't get reason. You get reason, but you don't get data.
Yeah. I mean, we'll look at Aldwin. See what Aldwin thinks. Is this do you feel satisfied? Is this satisfactory?
I mean, nothing about this is satisfactory.
Same. But
Professor, I do have another important question.
Of course.
These dangers have been happening all year to the students, including the one where we've, had to get rid of a Vermilek and had to do a ritual to get rid of all this Vermileks and all this. Is this something that you've seen? Have you seen that these things were happening to these students, but you, per some bullshit divination law, had to step back from it?
No, next year when we cover the morality of this magics, I am duty bound. If it is an immediate situation and not years down the road, I'm duty bound by immediate morality to report on it if I can. But ask yourself this: if I could see you being in danger at the dance, but not before, what would be preventing me from seeing this? That I would only see this one time?
That's a great question. Also, is anyone is anyone else aware of your whole seeing everything, or is that just like
you're the only
kind of
students I've told that I have this
teachers?
magical?
Do all the teachers know?
Well, I know the Archdean does, because I had to explain to them why I'm no longer seeing students directly. As far as other teachers, I wouldn't know. But everyone does know I am the divination teacher. So I guess you could understand that anyone would understand that I would be very gifted in divination magic should I wish to mobilize it.
Yeah.
And so, okay, so the thing about the dance where you like, yes, you saw that we were danger in the dance, but that's the only time. So
Yeah.
someone's
think of what was different about the dance.
Yeah, because something or someone was obscuring all of this from you. Because, I mean, if you knew about it, you would have said something, like going through this. I'm thinking about the dance.
Was it just because there would be so many people in one area that what did their spells couldn't cover that?
That or whoever was obscuring it was distracted.
That's also, the dance is very distracting.
Also, sometimes obscuring isn't on me directly. It's usually on an area, an activity, a curtain, if you will, like a curtain being closed. And quite frankly, there was probably no way that they could put a curtain over every nook and cranny of the dance.
Yeah.
Instead, we didn't stand the reason they probably want to close the curtain on something specific. It was an assassination attempt against you. There's no way I'd bloody see it, but since I saw it clearly, it was a lapse.
So
someone tried to assassinate us?
No, well, no, not that I've seen. No.
So if there's a curtain on a certain area of the school, it's not where the dance was taking place.
Or at least whatever you saw of the dance, because the dance kind of spread out over like a lot of the campus.
Yeah.
Was it like in the main dance hall that you saw?
Yeah, I saw you moving around the main dance hall, but mostly outside of the main dance hall, in the hallways. being attacked by a demon or a young man with a demon. Honestly,
Was it big horned thing demon?
I did see that, but that wasn't what was attacking you. No. I have a question. I have not been in my office for about 36 hours, maybe 48. Has anyone actually been to my office lately? I can't even see it.
We haven't been since last night.
You can't.
I can't perceive it, which...
Roars like gets up and we're like, we're going.
I think
running.
we'll be back.
We'll be back.
Like, so talk, good luck, and eyes start glowing white, light comes out of the mouth. Be careful on the quad.
Brilliant. Okay.
Okay, yes.
Thank you, Professor. Bye.
Bye. Run.
It's always in the quad. Why is it always the quad?
So quick cut to Aki and Makai. You're getting the Archdean, correct?
Yep.
I believe that was the plan.
Okay. Aki, did I tell you that they were staying on campus or not? That they were there?
You said that they have a place on campus. They probably are on campus because they were called in. But they don't live on campus unless they are called in. So they're probably, yes, on campus.
All right. Give me a society check to find the Archdean.
Greta, I'm hot. Will you help me?
I'm hot. Will you help me? I love it.
Wait.
Roll a hot check, please.
Wait. I can say it in the accent. 1 second. Greta, right. I'm very hot. Would you please help me? I'm positively, I don't know, mild.
Positively mild.
Mild. Rather sweaty. I don't know. Not 20.
You don't need it.
Okay. I didn't need it.
You're hot. You don't need the help.
Yeah,
I was gonna try and make a case to let me roll survival instead of society, but just fuck.
Like, oh Greta, look at me. I'm so flawless. Help me by loving me. Success. Anyway, so you sure enough.
Perhaps if you stare longingly into my eyes, I too can become omnipotent for like 5 minutes.
Right. So you do find the Archdean on campus. She is talking with all the heads of the school board. You're recognizing very powerful and influential people. And when you show up, she kind of goes, excuse me 1 second. Hi there, young student. How can I help you?
First and foremost, I go very quietly, like, I don't know, let's stick with the demon shit, curse and infernal, and fix my hair a little bit. God, didn't expect a goddamn audience. Sorry.
Could I like behind our backs, like pat Sar and I and like digitize their hair how it like normally looks?
Sure.
It's the Ozai bun.
I just
So,
what you pay?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yes. How should I address you?
You can call me Archdean.
All right. Archdean, I hear you are looking for witnesses and evidence. Yes.
Yes.
Okay, well, in terms of witnesses, I would like to volunteer myself and, of course, my companion here and a few others. As you may or may not know, we were there last night to apprehend the illusion professor. And we may have found evidence, physical evidence. Don't know if you would like to see that now. Preferably now would be amazing.
Yes, and then she turned to their heads and she just kind of says, we'll reconvene at the judge hall. Please go about your own personal investigations and we'll mull over the facts and details there with our witnesses. Thank you, goodbye. Yes, I will be more than happy to see this evidence and I would love to hear more details about this. You said you incarcerated the illusionist teacher, is that correct?
Yes, quite literally caught her red-handed
oh my goodness.
summoning it.
Oh my goodness.
She
Well,
is.
let's do the evidence first, and then I'd like to get the testimony from you and the illusionist. I have to get my records as to who that is, but let's do the evidence first.
Right. I believe, as a quick context, so that way this doesn't seem rather suspicious. We do have one of the teachers looking over it to make sure nothing has happened or changed to it. This is in the champions class, and we got the champion teacher.
I see. Great. One moment then. Guards, please follow me. Yes.
Oh no.
All right. Thank you. You see suddenly a bunch of well-armed guards, very powerful guards, show up with like weapons and spell scrolls and sigils and things attached. Like they are ready for anything. And she goes, please just direct me to the evidence. And I believe you said the champions teacher, yes?
Yes, he
Great,
is
great.
looking over it.
Wonderful. She walks with you very nobly but briskly. And you all arrive at the champions class. Pause there, jump to Aurora and Alduin, who arrive panting and tired to the divination office. It looks just as chaotic as you left it last night. All the glass windows are shattered, burst out. The people on staff to clean things up are literally just trying to pick up every piece of glass they can. It's all taped off. It's all taped off.
Detect magic.
Yes.
While they're doing that, can I just do like
Magic. Give me an Arcana check.
Yeah, I could do that.
Yeah.
Both doing Arcana checks?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. I got a 19.
I got 21.
Yeah.
21. Nice. So, Aurora, as you're detecting magic, you sense a very small, very faint source of magic coming from what you can surmise by the broken windows, the office of your divination instructor, where you were in that fight with the demon just the night before. As you both kind of go over and consider this very faint magic, you realize Alduin kind of picks up on it first. This energy that's coming off is abjuration magic. It's a defensive form of magic in a divination office. It's a little suspicious.
So that you feel
Who's
that
the abjuration teacher again? Is it the kobolds?
No, the kobold's the evocation teacher. Evocation teacher. Technically speaking, the abjuration teacher is Garv Animosus, whose only abjuration theory, because he actually doesn't have any abjuration magic ability.
Concerning. What were you saying?
No, I'm just saying that there's definitely like the abjuration. That's definitely like a quite different type of magic than
illusion or divination.
Yes, but we should be careful. Just like, there's people in there kind of cleaning up, yeah?
Yes, you see members of the Pathfinder investigation people here, as well as local investigators working with them to kind of start sussing for clues.
Yes, Absalom CSI.
Pretty much.
Yes, the PI,
CSIA.
In Galarion, some crimes are committed with a form of magic and malice that can only be solved by one group. The MCI. I don't freaking know. Magic Collective.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, there are people in there just like almost like, how's the investigation going? Have you sensed anything, I don't know, abjuration about this? Pointing to the general area.
Seems very abjuration.
Yeah, one of the guards that's posted in front goes, "Oh, I don't know. Hold on, let me check. Oi, is there any abjuration in there?" No. Are you sure?
Look harder.
Yes.
No.
Who is that?
There's Tedwin. Tedwin is off there just looking at. He's not even part of the investigation. He's just the last security pylon.
Then why are you fucking asking him?
Oh, he's really the only one I talk to. Yeah, the Pathfinder investigators told me to sod off. And Absalom's mightiest, well, they've also told me to sod off. So here I am doing guard duty.
Brilliant. I'm gonna go in.
Okay. But
Thank you.
Wait, no, I'm a
Yep.
guard. No.
Yeah.
Walking in. They said okay.
They said, okay, walk in.
Give me a diplomacy check.
Oh,
Can
come
I
on.
do a deception
Poor
check?
dude. Getting bullied by
Can I
college
do a
kids.
deception check instead?
Sure.
Can I assist?
It's
Yeah.
okay. It's okay. It's nat 20.
Okay.
Let's go. What is it? What's going on today?
It's going back and forth. Nat 21s, nat 20s.
So
Don't worry.
You're doing that thing
Well,
like
well.
fake it till you make it, or if you don't care and have confidence, no one asks questions. You walk through and the guard's like, oh man, screw it, don't pay me.
Wait.
Pie me
Wait,
enough for
I
this.
pull out a badge I made out of cake this morning.
And everyone's like, Inspector, good to see you. And they're like, it's just me. Oh, was that cake? How dare you insult the inspector's badge? Like, so you make it all the way to the room. You
Detective
pass
Inspector
a lot of
Pebbles.
Absalom's finest that are just kind of waiting for the Pathfinders to do their magical
Mhm.
search first. And then they will do basically a clean and sweep to get more mundane things. And then they'll confirm notes later. But the minute they see you with your nat 20 cake badge, they're like, oh, wonderful. Another member of the Pathfinder Investigation Society. A little young, but you know what?
Uh-huh.
Everyone's
Fine
always
investigation
super
piece.
talented.
Yeah,
So-
no,
I'm with him.
Wonderful.
I'm brilliant for my age. So anyways, I felt that there's something very, this is the divination professor. I could have sworn I felt something kind of abjuration about here, which is very, very suspicious if you ask me.
Huh.
Could you like maybe put out some feelers just to make sure like I'm seeing it correctly?
Absolutely. Hold on. Let me check in with the Pathfinder investigation. Excuse me, Pathfinders. Could you come here for a second?
Oh,
and they start exchanging notes. They're like, did you finish your magical sweep? And like, yeah, we've been doing a magical sweep of the area. I mean, we've been getting a lot of weird personal memories, but aside from that, nothing.
While this is going on, I want to take Pebble, set him down,
Mhm.
and telepathically communicate with him because it's a thing I can do. Because I gave him the scent trait this morning.
Yes.
To see if he can smell around and find anything that they may be missing.
Can you give me Pebble's perception bonus?
+9.
+9. Okay.
And just being like, don't worry, this is Detective Inspector Pebbles.
So the nat 20s continue.
Yes!
Everyone knows what's on the case.
On the case.
So as you're telling Pebbles what to do, and he kind of toddles through, he just goes,
Birdman and cake.
he just goes, Mother, I am the all-seeing owl eye. I know the world and its sins and secrets, and what the hell is that? And he kind of stumbles over, and you hear this loud thunk. Something solid just knocks against the inside of the base of the desk, and you see one of the investigators goes, "Oh, God, what the nine hells is that?" Then Pebbles goes, "I found a thing."
Gonna go check out what Pebble has found.
Oh, brilliant. So it looks like we found everything here. Thank you.
So you finally find these two. They're about the size of like half a football and cone shaped, if you will. Solid cone, solid stone, covered in abjuration sigils. These are effectively a repellent for divination and scrying magics.
Well, that definitely doesn't belong here now, does it? Can any of you kind of like suss out where this is supposed to maybe originated from? I know those are abjuration runes, obviously, but
Are you asking the investigators?
yeah, the Pathfinders, they gotta be good for something.
Yeah, they get out these glasses that then branch out in like 3 or 4 different groups of lenses. And that's interesting. We were doing divination magic to find this. We saw literally nothing because it in and of itself would probably stop us from even perceiving it. Wait, hold on. And they start like doing like the national treasure thing with the lenses, and they say
enhance.
enhance. And as they do, they go, huh.
Oh.
We need to report to the Archdean about this actually.
What's going
on? So here's the thing. My investigation has told me that this is definitely made from a stone in this area. This was made from a stone on campus. But everything about it, the tools used to make this, the systematic use of the abjuration, this was done with Cheliak's runic magic. This was done locally by someone that's not from here. And if this was used, this could be an incident. If it's to suggest that members of Cheliak's are trying to exist here, have been here, and are trying to hide from detection, this could be a global incident.
That's very, very concerning. Well, we were going to go to the Archdean anyways.
Yes, and we need to meet up with the other members of our investigation team, right?
Yes. Well, I'll go ahead. We could take this to Archdean
ASAP. The quad. It's probably quicker.
All right. Well, here, you take the 2 stones. Before you do, let us write about this in our investigation findings so that we can then present them. You'll have the physical evidence. We'll have the written. And they take like a quill of ink pen. They kind of put it down. They start speaking at the quill, and the pen just starts perfectly writing as they're speaking, like very fast. And they even describe the image, and it gets like perfectly 3D printed on the page with this magic quill. They put it away. Thank you. You're welcome. We have everything we need for our investigations. You can take the stones. We'll continue to sweep around here just to make sure nothing else gets lost.
Brilliant. Thank you. Gotta go.
Yes.
Bye.
Yeah.
Thank you. Be safe. Yeah.
Pebble up.
And he's just looking around going, I want to learn his secrets, Mom. Let me learn his secrets. So as you pull the psychotic owlbear child out of here, we're going to go back to Aki and Makai. You're now at the champions class with Jensen Ordo. Jensen Ordo is literally standing on a tarp he threw over the symbol, standing on it like there's nothing to see here. Just, that's it, nothing to see here. The Archdean comes in, and she says, Champions Instructor Ordo, I've been told that there's a sigil here that is for the investigation. Yes, of course. Yes, and he gets off, grabs the tarp, throws it dramatically away. He goes, behold, the sigil. Thank you. Thank you, Ordo. You can step farther away now. And she walks up to it very gracefully, looks at it. Oh my. Guards, please detain Champions Instructor Jensen Ordo. We will have to have him for investigations and trial as to his future whereabouts. Jensen Ordo, you are not being arrested for any conspiracy, but there is something about an actual incident that I will have to reach out to you about further. This is not good at all. Let's see. Sana, yes? Student Sana, you told me about this sigil, yes?
Yes. That is me.
Do you have any other information about this sigil that would be important for me to know?
It is, well, I'm pretty sure you can tell, large summoning circle probably requires more than one person to do so. How much are you aware of last night, truthfully?
If I'm being genuinely honest with you, not much. I've been trying to piece together everything since I arrived to campus this morning with news about a possible demon attack and diplomatic crisis. She looks over at Jensen Ordo and looks back to you. So I'm currently juggling about 4 major investigations and possible trials right now.
Oh, right. Then, brace yourself.
Yeah, you might want to sit down for this one.
All right.
Do you want me to actually give her a rundown? Because I could do this. I'll do it Olaf style from Frozen if you really want me to.
You know what? That tickles me. I want to see you Olaf this. Give me that recap.
So we were out last night, doing just your regular prom shit, and then a very sus-looking student was staring at us like this, and then we told our teachers, the two teachers that we thought, well, that we as a group trust the most, which would be, of course, Mr. Jensen and his
What did you
partner,
say like that?
Dallas. Because truthfully, I have no idea how to reference them. Anyways, so then we escorted the student outside, identified that the student was in fact fighting off a Vermilek inside of them. We got the Vermilek out, killing it, and therefore saving the student. The student is probably in the infirmary. They're a little bit sus. And the student proceeded to tell us rather, that they believed they were doing this in order to become a Hell Knight, and that they were supposed to return to the divination classroom, where we ran off to after alerting our two teacher companions, whom then took care of the young man. And then we went to the divination like this, pop, 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 pop. In the divination classroom, we just kind of shot first and asked questions later. Boom, there was a very giant demon with a flaming sword, but it's okay, we killed it. And also in there was the illusion professor, who I regret to inform is also from Cheliax. And
Not a lot of good
using
representation there.
I double regret to inform I am also from Cheliax, and so I used our own laws to apprehend her. She's in my dorm. I have knocked over the mic. She's in my dorm, currently being watched over by Quentin Zelus, the other Chelaxian religion teacher. Every day my people give me hives. And that is it. I think that's it. So yeah, one lad in the infirmary, I hope. The person in question in custody.
So first of all, everyone gets a hero point for that, and I'm kicking myself. The one time I don't have my Kermit the Frog puppet at my desk is the one time it would make the most sense to use it. Well, maybe next season, if you get another fight with Rizak Pimpleback, I can just have him come up and just be like, "Okay, Scrub, it's time to go for round 2."
Next time, I have so many like Pokemon plushies. Next time, I'll just like grab them all properly, because I only grabbed what was like right beside me. That wasn't giant, because I have a big Bulbasaur too.
Yeah.
But like next time, I'll have them closer, so that way I can just like, oh, and this is Quentin, and this is Jensen, and look, this is me. Like I'll just do that.
So the Archdeacon kind of nods her head, goes, okay. I will need you, if you can, to give over your incarcerated into our custody, so that we can then go forward with that investigation and trial, as well as Mr. Quentin Zelus. He will also be needed for another trial as well. But it's all being noted. The sigil's been taken into account. The summoning sigil has been taken into evidence. And we will continue this further later. Can you take me to where the two are?
The incarcerated, yes.
The incarcerated and currently the warden working in your care. Yes, thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
I should also probably tell you, I'm unaware of how familiar you are with Chelaxian law and traditions, but by invoking my name, I'm technically and of course willingly being a witness. She is my responsibility. And so, yes, I will willingly hand her over, but I would appreciate greatly if you would refrain from physical interrogation, please.
Roughing his shit up sideways.
Yes.
Of course.
That would
Believe me.
reflect poorly upon me when we have our trial back home.
Of course. Believe me, there will be no violence to the incarcerated. In fact, if you wish to, you are, I believe, by right, allowed to relinquish this person from your ward by giving them to me. You'll no longer be held to any standard of their safety or health. And as this is a school and not some horrible torture chamber, we'll just leave them in the campus prison. They'll be fine.
Sorry,
Have a
like
prison
what?
on campus?
Yes, we have. Well, usually we use it for drunken, rowdy detainees when there's a fireball throwing around the campus and someone is belligerently not resisting to stop. Am I making sense? You know, sometimes
It's a drunk tank.
Yes. Thank you, Aurora. It's a drunk tank.
Suddenly it was just here.
We teach children to become superheroes. You think they don't get angry and silly and latch out in unusual ways?
Yes. Well, no. I assume so, but I also assume this place would be similar to Bright Moon, where your prison is just the guest room.
No, we have to. We believe in specific separation. We don't want to like leave you in a guest room and then I don't know, you do a spell and next thing you know the entire school campus has gone insane. I don't know.
Fair enough.
Yes. But yes, it's a very nice official prison. There's 4 meals a day, nice accommodations. It's just there for them to stew it over and get better and they leave. It's nothing barbaric or violent, I assure you.
Good.
Sorry, there was just a lot of shock factor in. Yeah, we'll just throw him in the school prison like it's the most casual thing.
Yes, Aurora, you and Alden would be here at this time.
From our Clue reenactment as we were furiously rushing from place to place.
Oh, thank Grayskull. What? Please tell me you found something.
Oh,
Yeah, fun fact. I was rewatching all of Shira and realized Star Knight's just fucking glimmer.
You made that
Sorry,
realization when you
Glimmer.
made
First it was
Yeah,
Trunks.
no, Star Knight's just Princess
Shimmer.
Glimmer. Just, yeah, no, that's it. Like, I fucking I'm dating Bo too. I'm fucking dating Bo.
Dusty, I think you were trying to say something. What was it?
Alwyn's just like, yes, we found fucky shit. This was in the divination office.
I'm immediately going to start looking to see if there are some in this office as well. If there's
Yes,
something
could do
demons
that.
here.
So we were at the divination office, and this is just like these stones are just covered with abjuration and basically anti-scrying shit. And this was in the divination office. So that's not great. There was some Pathfinder people there, and they were looking at it, and it's like, so this is Chilaxian runes as well.
I'm starting to believe that there may be a thing called a setup.
Yes.
Yes.
Because
I-
this is the most. If one were actually Chilaxian and doing this thing here, I don't think you would use Chilaxian runes because then that's.
It's a very obvious
Yeah.
giveaway.
And as I'm saying this, as I'm looking for more of these in this room,
Yes.
tell me if I need to roll a perception.
Oh yeah, perception arcana. Anyone you feel comfortable with to see if there's any stones here, go right ahead.
My Arcana is better.
I bet I'll use athletics.
And that's a 21.
21. Looking around, aside from that crazy ass sigil, you don't find any more of these stones in this room.
And if I detect magic, no abjuration or anything.
Mm-mm.
Could I roll on the sigil to see if it was like actually going to be used, or if it was just like placed here as like a, hey, look, this guy has a sigil, arrest him.
Oh, like the big one in this room?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead, give me a perception check. Dusty, were you about to roll something?
No, I was gonna say to the Archdean, just we were speaking to Professor Tiriel?
Oh,
Divination.
Tirilo.
Tirilo.
Tiriel. And so, I mean, you know how the actual divining works. And so they were saying that they didn't they couldn't see the office since yesterday for at least 36 hours.
Yeah.
So that's why I went to go look at this, and this was in the office. So,
Excuse me, student. You've talked recently to Professor Cyril Corana.
Yes.
recently, yes.
We've been trying to find their whereabouts. Could you get them for us?
Aurora sweating suddenly, seeing like I've just been running a lot.
Yeah, it was with, I don't quite know where we are. We was using message because we've been talking to them for all the school year, and we're very seeing that we were there last night. We were suspicious, so I just walked around with Aurora using message and every
Give me a deception check.
I will assist you. I don't think I'm gonna do well, but I will assist you.
I need you to know, TJ, with my eyes, as most Chilaxian dialect is spoken, through direct eye contact. I look at Jensen. I just go, "How the fuck have they been running this school?"
I didn't succeed in assisting you, but it didn't hurt. I got a 13.
Okay, so you didn't unassist me. Brilliant.
Yeah.
For my deception, that's a 25.
Ooh,
25.
nice.
I got it.
I don't know. This is the Archdean. I don't fucking know.
This is the Archdean who her stats are.
Yeah.
very, very
She's
high.
level 50.
Yeah.
She runs a school for adventure. She's a level 20 in 3 different aspects.
Yeah, but I'm really charming.
You are.
You're
You do-
really cute.
I got
You
cake.
So you give this really good, thing up, and you see the Archdean just go. He's obfuscating himself. I'm an idiot. He's a diviner. Of course he would do this. Guards, can you please go to one of the head of magics and have them just start casting detect magic aimlessly? Look for large parts of nothing going on. That's probably where he is. I'm an idiot. Why didn't I consider
Look,
this?
sorry. I really like the teacher, but anyways.
No. I
Neither
don't
here
blame
nor-
you. I don't blame
Yeah.
you at all.
Neither here nor there.
Yeah, and
Hey, bonus credit for not selling out your homeboy. Game respect game.
my academic, everything kind of relies on him, so I don't want him to lose tenure.
But
Lady Aurora,
Hi.
he spoke very highly of you. I can assure you, no matter what happens, we will make sure that
Good.
the integrity of your education, as well as him as a teacher, would be cemented. But we need him to stand trial as it stands. So, unfortunately, I won't say anything, but it'll have a good day. I need to go. Sanai, could you please walk me to your dormitory with your permission? And thank you for doing that. I'm going to go now. And together you go to your room. While we're doing that, as they're leaving, Makai, you're nat 20 athletics check. You're throwing
Athletics?
bleachers like the whole
It was perception.
It was a perception? Much better. Okay. Like athletics. Perception is so much better than athletics. I was gonna roll with it. So
I was also gonna roll with it.
We can go with it if that's how you want to play the scene.
you know what? I'll do both. If you don't mind me imposing,
Go
you're
off,
flipping
King. Let's
ventures
do
like
this.
the Hulk, just mad in gridlock traffic, just like, what is this? Hulk and pissed. Hulk will be late. And you're flipping bleachers left and right. And then as you're doing this, you spy a little dirty, crumpled up envelope, not yet sealed. And it says written on it, fanfic class. Or sorry, fanfic club.
Fucking beans.
As you open it up, you find 2 letters inside. The first is a letter from Beatrice to the fanfic club, basically saying, my investigation has been a success. I found everything out. Unfortunately, though, I'm really nervous that someone is mad at me and I have to hide this information. Maybe I'm just being paranoid. I can be that way sometimes. But just to be safe, I'm going to hide this here and I'll come back to it later. Now, from there, you see another letter. It's written in a code.
Don't like that.
Give it to me.
You're not here.
God
You're what?
Damn. Your
Um,
nerd just went that way.
I am also a nerd.
Yeah, but I have stuff for
That's true.
deciphering again.
Could I eat my badge to get better at code breaking like a Pathfinder?
Sure. Why not?
I was just
Plus
gonna
one
chase
to
down
society
Sarnai,
checks
who's probably
when
in the
deciphering
hallway.
code.
I'm
Nom,
just-
nom, nom.
But this is way
So
more
good.
D&D. Why go with a straight line when you just kick down the door?
But wait, no, that doesn't work because it just gives me deception bonus to code breaking. So I can pretend to break codes.
What a weird power.
Well, if it's-
Yep,
if
that's
it's-
definitely what this is. Mm-hmm.
Well, if it's Beatrice, we now go find Beatrice while Sarnai does this.
Sure. If you want to kind of like split the party and do 2 birds, 1 stone, absolutely. So Sarnai is going to crack the code while you 4 go find you 3 go find Beatrice.
I guess we're gonna just run up to them and just shove the code in their hands, being like, "Please take a look at this."
Okay. Really fast.
Uh,
Aki, I think you said you had something for this. Do you want to try and decipher the code?
E.
I think we should still
Um,
buddy up, by the way.
Yeah, I'll say
Yeah.
with Sarnai. But
Yeah.
It was Sarnai.
I get a +2 to this.
Yeah.
What is it?
Decide what it's to decipher, but what do you need me to roll?
Oh, sorry. I need you to make a society check.
We live in a society.
Stop.
You live in a society.
We live in a fucking society.
And that society has given me a 23.
It's a goal.
Looking over this code.
Doing this while walking in front. Sarnai is anything if not a multitasker.
Mm-hmm.
It's
It was a
hot.
good roll. Unfortunately, you don't quite break the entire code. You
Not
are able
hot
to
enough.
understand 2 things, not the context or the content of this, but you recognize that this is a cipher that your dad used to write in his early days as a Hell Knight. This is a Chilaxian Hell Knight cipher, and Dad would take this to his grave. He would never teach this cipher to you. He would instead prefer you to learn it once you became a full-fledged Hell Knight. Because secrets are meant to be kept. So that's all you can figure out from here.
Okay, lovely.
I think at this point Sarnai just makes a face. What kind of face? The face where if you've ever seen like a line where it's just does this, like a just it's like a bottom lip pout at this point where it's just I'm not sure what to say or what to do.
Well,
Just
what's it
just
say?
it's well I can't decipher it completely, but I know what it is technically. It's for Hell Knights. It's a particular cipher for it. It's like a code in sense. So while I cannot give you the contents of this message, I can definitely say I really hope we're being set up.
So eventually you get to the fanfic club and you see Beatrice is there all alone, and she has this gigantic board, strings going everywhere, and she is full on Pepe Sylvia right now. She is gone and she is lost in her own investigation.
Lost in the investigation sauce.
Absolutely.
And they just walk in and just being like, actually, this might be really helpful. Hi, Beatrice.
Hi, oh my God, so good to see you. Hi.
Hey,
What's
going on?
Yeah, you've been busy.
Yeah. So it all started with one simple question: who's kissing who? Who's making out with who? I mean, clearly it's Jensen and Quinn. I mean, clearly it's Jen. I mean, like,
Clearly.
their faces
Uh-huh,
just
uh-huh.
smash so perfectly. But then after that, so many other questions came about. Why? Who were they at home? What's their favorite tea? What do they do in the morning for breakfast? And from there, it all just became clear. Conspiracy.
Yeah.
you got this from trying to figure out kissing.
Of course, it all makes sense. Of course.
Okay.
What kind of conspiracy?
Yes,
the
go on, please.
Illuminati.
Illuminati will see you
She
now.
says,
Stop.
it's a conspiracy to, well, and then, and she sees that you have the letter in your hand. She goes,
We don't have the letter. We gave it to Sarnai.
oh, you gave it to Sarnai.
But we're-
Do we have the other letter?
We have the other letter.
Okay.
The Sarnai is the coded letter. Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
We've got the one that she hid.
All right. So she sees that. She goes, you found my letter. Is now the time? Is now the time to finally talk about the letter? Are we gonna do
Yes.
this?
Yes, please talk about the
Yes,
letter.
please.
I'm just gonna take out a notebook and pen.
Yes, Aurora's got a notebook too.
Okay. So I don't know all the details yet. I haven't been able to, I've not been able to decipher everything. But one thing is for sure. Teacher's pet. I saw that. I was the first thing I was able to break. I saw it a couple times. It's important. I think it's a thing. I think it's a thing they're doing. They're doing teacher's pet. But I don't know what that means. If I can just get the letter, I can maybe use the rest of my code to break it.
Teachers. Who's doing teacher's pet?
I have a
Teacher's
bad
pet. I don't
feeling
know,
about.
but teacher's pet. You see, it's all connected. The kissing and the tea and the lemon bars and teacher's pet. It's all connected.
Tea and lemon bars?
Yeah, yes, exactly. Tea and lemon bars, and they definitely have a pit bull, and he's the sweetest little idiot you've ever known.
Oh,
and they're so cute, and they definitely have a really good garden. And then teacher's pet.
Teacher's pet.
Yes.
I'm gonna look over at Alwyn.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if you're thinking about what I'm thinking.
I'm thinking about a lot of things right now. So you go first.
Teacher's pet is what they're doing. These people want to impress whoever they're doing this for. And become that thing, I don't want to say the word in front of not in front of Beatrice.
Uh-huh.
And therefore that would make them a teacher's pet.
Yes. But who?
Where'd you find the letter?
Oh gosh, I found it. I found it in the records room, the main room, the place we went to on the first day, and the demon showed up. Right. Well, I've been investigating ever since day one. I've been in that room, in that office building, nonstop. They can't kick out old Beatrice. I'm the bee in the bonnet, baby. And I went in there and I found this letter. And it's been taking me a whole year to investigate and decipher. And teacher's pet, which I still have no context for. But if I can get my original letter and use what I've learned about the codex, if I can't break the cipher, then at least I can find someone who could. Oh, yeah. There's where did I put it? Yes, this thing. And you see she's got this little, like, almost like one of those Ovaltine, like, message finder things, secret things. She's like, if I can use this decoder with what I know about how the code is supposed to work off of teacher's pet, I can at least help figure out what it means. And we can figure it all out.
Okay. You should get that letter.
Why don't you come with us?
Yeah.
Because we can go meet up with our friend who has the letter.
Yes.
Yeah, buddy, we're gonna break this wide open. We're gonna break it wide open, buddy.
Bust it down.
Yes, you're not there. Yes.
Hey man, we're gonna bust it down big time. It's your boy, your random classmate you never met before.
Aki, what's up?
Just what do you call it? To ask. None of us have any of us been called a teacher's pet before?
Or anyone that we know?
You don't really recall, to my knowledge, anyone being called teacher's pet directly, not in any significant way.
Okay.
All right. Well, as you all coalesce back together with Beatrice and the decoder, this is where we're going to take our 5-minute break. We got to it a little late, but we're here taking a 5-minute break. When we come back, we're going to figure out. Hello, everyone. Thank you for waiting patiently, giving us that brief break. And we are back now with the last half of episode 16. I believe at this point in time, the group is now back together with Beatrice, a decoder that she has, and the codex. I'm sorry, the code, secret code.
Did
and
the headmistress already pick up the illusions teacher?
Yes.
Okay.
But this time,
okay.
yeah. Well, there's they had one of the heads of the school board go and get them. Won't be hard for them to get them, that's for sure. But that being said, Aki, you have Beatrice, the decoder. You two can kind of work together with this device to solve this code. I will need a society check with a +4 to decipher it.
As they were working together, Alden just turned back. Is this how fan fiction always works?
Apparently, from what I've learned.
Huh.
I'm letting you know I used one of my hero points because I'm not taking that.
Makes sense.
Okay. 28.
28.
Yeah.
It takes you about 10 minutes, and every minute that you unearth a new word fills you with more and more dread, until eventually you have the whole thing in front of you and you're able to read it out loud. Effectively speaking, what this letter is direct correspondence to Donima Vigilate, the woman that you have in custody, from an entity known only as the Lictor. The Lictor continues to say to Donima, your efforts are not adequate. You must speed up process of teacher's pet. To protect teacher's pet, you will need to replace the divination teacher. Make them seem incompetent, make them seem unfit, and if no one continues to go to their classes, here's the play-by-play for presenting this to the principal and the archdean to have them removed from divination classes, where you will then take over as divination teacher. With that secured, you can officially do everything in magical secrecy, and no one will be able to see you. Continue teacher's pet and speed up the operation. Good luck, and do not fail me, the Lictor. Yes.
Does the Victor sound familiar?
I hate this. I hate this turn of events.
Where did Vem come from?
Give me one of the, hold on, like 4 things. You can choose which one you want. Religion, warfare lore, any lores relating to Cheliacs or Hell Knights, or a society check. Any one of those. I'll repeat them if you need them.
I'll just do society again.
Okay.
Unless something like legal or heraldry would work.
Yes, heraldry would work in this case.
Then I will opt for heraldry. Gotta flex my. I'm not gonna say that. That sounds wrong.
No, say it.
No.
After everything you said in this series.
Wait. Were you about to say it would reflect your breeding?
I was gonna say something like that. I was gonna say
Flex your breathing muscles.
No, I was gonna say I've got to flex my mom in some way. Because
yeah, no, maybe you shouldn't have just said that. Actually,
so exactly. See, it doesn't sound
grammatically
good.
correct.
It doesn't sound good, but you're on the money.
You.
You're on the money though with what it would have been. It's okay. You couldn't tell. I'm a good stack. 27.
27.
Yeah.
Okay, so you remember hearing only hushed secrets from your father about the hierarchy and the entire chain of command of the Hell Knights, not just in their unique orders, but kind of the greater chain of command overall throughout the major organization. You know that there is a select few masters of the entire organization Not a lot of people have seen them. Very few actually get to talk to them. Some who are brave enough to risk heresy say that a few of them have been completely corrupted and tainted by the diabolical forces that they have bound and chained. One of the highest ranks in the organization, especially of a magical caste, is the lictor of the Hell Knight Order. This is coming up from one of the 5 major heads of the entire organization, and they are checking in on Donema to make sure Teacher's Pet goes faster than the schedule they are falling behind on.
Well, shit. Oh, kind of fucked.
Yeah.
Elector is, and I give PJ's explanation, but with a British accent. And
Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
yeah, vaguely British. There we go. Papa. And then go. So yeah. Well, that is the plan. This is some nice hard proof evidence. I don't suppose the Archdean is like right beside me. Yes.
They're leaving. No, it's been 10 minutes. They're gone. They're going to.
We gotta go find her again.
They're getting Quentin Zelos and they're getting Donema Vigilate for incarceration and trial.
Do we want to confront any of the other Hell Knight, not Hell Knight teachers, but Cheliax teachers first?
I would rather not.
Yeah, it's probably a good idea.
Yeah. Honestly, at this point, we just keep taking it to Dynamo. No, not Dynamo. Fucking.
The Archduke. The Archduke.
Yes.
Not the Archduke.
Dean.
So just gonna throw this out there. When we talked to the professor, the divination professor earlier, they were saying, they could into the office. Also, beware of the quad. There's probably some danger in there.
You don't have to cross the quad to get to my dorm, do we, God?
No. Well,
Okay.
you don't have to. You can walk around the quad, stay in the grass.
I don't trust this. I don't trust her to not. She puts the AD in ADHD, so we're just gonna fucking go for her. And just
Yeah. It's literally, as I said, we're just reenacting Clue of running to a place, finding the clue, running to another place, running back to a place we've already been before.
So
We are so sweaty and so tired.
Greta's got her cardio game up.
Aurora's just like, I gotta work out more.
I don't do.
This is
I don't.
fun.
I do not
I know.
do cardio.
Greta and
I
Alderman
do
are just like,
weights, I think.
This is great. I love this. What a good day.
All right. So
Mine
you're trying
plus
to
0.
intercept the Archdean Drachna. You're able to get her as she is leaving your dormitory with Quentin Zelos, Donema Vigilante, and of course Jensen Ordo, who has been with
Jason
them.
Derulo. They got him
No,
out of
he's
the
in
guitar.
right now.
They got him out of the guitar. He's been the mastermind the entire time.
no, it would always be Pipple.
True. It's always got to be Mr. Worldwide. So the 3 of them are in chains and currently being escorted to the school prison. And she sees you run. She goes, "Oh, student. Do you have anything else to add to the investigation?"
Hey,
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
What they said.
Great. Great. If you could send a copy to me, I will see to it that the trial of one Donema Vigilante will be very quickly proceeded with. Prepare your cases. If you wish to talk to Tiralel, I believe they've also been incarcerated. You can talk to anyone in the school prison. We will have a trial in approximately 3 hours.
Well, that's quick.
3 hours. Okay.
It's really fast.
No,
That's
good.
That's
Good.
Yes, but
Thank
also it's like,
fucking
shit.
God. Okay. I
Do we
quickly
have
look.
everything that we need for it?
Really
Maybe.
quickly, where is the trial being held?
Oh, I'm glad you asked. There is actually an adjudicator's hall here that we use for things like debate classes or things like that. We'll be holding it there. It's one of the few legally recognized halls of law on our grounds.
Cool, great. That it's not near.
Oh, that
the
makes
quad.
sense.
Brilliant.
It's not across the quad, is it?
I believe it is across from the mandatory fight instruction hall. So it's somewhere
okay.
towards the west wing of the campus.
Got you.
What's
Good,
wrong
good.
with the club?
I don't know. I should be.
Oh no,
Just
this
curious.
was like to
Oh,
to them. Because Greta wasn't there for that, so she's like, "Fuck are you guys? What's wrong with the quad?"
I think that you were. We were explaining it as we were walking away.
Well, just say quietly, Tyrael said to avoid the clock.
We're just curious where it's go. We'll discuss this a bit more. We'll send you a copy of this. Is there anything that we are missing?
And we show up and we give our testimony and all that.
yes. Show up, give your testimonies. We may ask you a few questions, go over the evidence, let obviously Donima defend herself in the trial, and then we will go from there.
They haven't been talking, have they?
No, they've refused. In fact, the only thing they've said is that they refuse to say anything at this time.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
All right, well,
yeah.
children, good luck, and see you in a few hours.
And I roll. Nah, she's the dean.
That's not.
She's the dean.
Please,
I was gonna roll an
please.
insight check on the dean, but she's
Oh,
the dean.
I thought you were gonna make it
Well-
silly about pegging, and I was like, no, not now. Any other time.
It would
Okay, but like also like Mikhail, you're not alone in that thought process. Like I'm just
Yeah,
like
the dean is suddenly like, I'm suddenly having my own suspicions. I'm literally suspecting
I'm
everyone that's
suspicious
not
about
us
everybody,
and
right?
the boyfriends. These are the only people I don't suspect.
could we just roll like this? Like
Can I roll a who's playing us check?
make a perception check on the
Okay.
Archdean. Go right ahead if you want.
Yeah. That's just a flat 30-20 on me.
All right, flat 30-20.
It's a 29, 17 plus 12.
Nat 20.
Yes,
I mean, I got a 19, but you know.
Suck my butthole. Like, yeah.
You know what?
okay,
For all the nat 20s, gladly.
Yes.
Let's go. Let's
So-
go.
What's aggressive, Aki?
because I
Suck
wasn't
my butthole game. Let's
because in my
Suck
no
my butthole.
in my head I was because I like yesterday in recording I was like, oh, I'm psychic, I'm God, and I was correct, I am psychic, I am God.
Yeah,
and,
lightsaber,
the
assless
thing
chaps.
You
Assless
are my
chaps.
goddess.
Yeah.
I do agree. I will
and
worship.
I was right again. I was like, it'd be great if I could get a nat 20, and I said it, and I clicked the roller, and
Put
it gave
that
me a
in the
nat
universe.
20.
You manifested that shit. Look at you
Delicious.
See, like I can't manifest a job, but like at least I'll be successful in all the games I play.
Ooh, too real, Aki.
Yeah.
Relatable
So-
content.
So yeah, so Aki, you start trying to like catch the vibe of this Archdean, and you start to pick out that she is genuinely stressed and terrified. You can see that every time more and more information comes out, specifically about anything related to Cheliax, she stares in the middle distance and she sees nightmares. She is very freaking scared of what's about to happen. That's all you can kind of vibe right now, but that's very real.
I will wait for that party to leave, and then when they are like out of earshot, I will look at my party and be like, oh well, I know it. Well, it's what a relatable face. She's
Yeah,
fine,
She's
just stressed,
not having a good
stressed.
time.
very stressed. Yes, not having a good time. Fear, all that kind of stuff. We have 3 hours.
she probably just
I'm
needs to
going-
get pegged.
Please, no, not right now. We do kind of have
I need to offer. I'm taking.
No, it's a lot bigger than that right now. Technically, with this, they could do a lot of things. It could be a very fun conflict between countries And if
Yeah.
that is so, I'm just so tired. I don't want to wish to process it, even though I know how to process it. I'm just going to process it emotionally later in like the shower or something, you know?
Sounds like a good plan. I mean, we have 3 hours, and God, if we got to put together, do we need to put together a case?
No.
I'm not a lawyer.
Well-
I'm a cleric.
It might. I don't think so.
Well-
we'll be witnesses. We'll be asked for our story. So if anything, get your story straight. But we were all there at the same time.
Yeah,
So
we
it's-
were.
Just
And
don't
we-
fuck around when you're being questioned, because this is a lot bigger than us. Unless you want to look around some more, I would just suggest I need to get dressed.
I feel like we should check out Morrow's place for some reason. I mean, he was on the list of people that are already being
why they go to
suspected.
Morrow's?
I mean,
Why wouldn't they? They do
Necromancy?
necromancy. Yes.
But
They've-
is the film like this like a
This
demon
is
theme? Is that
demon.
directly tied to necromancy? This
No.
is just a legitimate question. Like I don't know.
I don't think so.
If necromancy is tied to demons,
Yeah, this is Aldwin saying this as a legitimate question in character. Yes. Just like I mean, yes, necromancy, but like I guess they are dead. So
I mean, maybe, to be fair, when people hear necromancer, they usually think of bad things.
yes, point Sagrada.
Yeah, I mean, hang on, that's not fair.
You got better. You got better at it.
No, I never said I didn't like necromancy. I said it made me uncomfortable because one tried to kill me as a kid.
Oh, okay. You didn't say that part.
Oh,
you
look at
never
that.
said that part.
Look at that, law. We have 3 hours until our next one. Would you like to continue?
Most of
Well-
my childhood story. No, what? We don't have time for that.
No,
No,
it's
we
okay.
have
can
we
talk
have, we have 3 hours. We do
No,
have
no,
time
no,
for
no.
this,
No,
my
no,
dear.
no.
We'll talk about it later. I'll make you some very nice baked goods. and
We'll,
we can
we'll,
relax.
we'll have a time.
sounds nice.
Everyone will sit down. We'll all talk about our childhoods. Do we want
Oh,
to suss out
childhood.
any of the other people from Cheliac first, just in case Donema isn't working alone?
You know, like I really appreciate. I understand where you're coming from, but it's really hard to not peg you for xenophobia at this point.
Man, that's my line.
I do want to talk tomorrow. Just like I don't know. Or at least go to the
I don't know.
office.
Or anybody else we think is.
Do I still have the
Because it-
inspiration stones?
Hmm?
Okay,
I
cool.
mean,
Yeah.
I
you do
wouldn't,
have to give them up as evidence. I
but
don't know if you've done that yet or not.
definitely not.
Okay, then
Because I've,
just-
I've never been asked, and as far as I'm aware, Aldwin just has.
I agree.
Because
Wait, does it mean that we can't be scribed on right now? If I'm holding these?
Technically, yeah.
Tech- Technically, yeah. I was going to say it's an area of effect. I think
Yeah.
we are safer here. You know, okay. It's not just me that was thinking that the demons kept coming for us. Yes.
No, yeah, this is like
Yeah, that's weird. And apparently, Tirla mentioned something about an assassination attempt on us.
Wait, you guys don't usually have people trying to.
No, I do.
Oh.
It's just this time it's demon related and not back home.
the,
No,
the,
usually
the,
my dad was the biggest danger to me.
the letter, it was just saying that we need to make this seem the divination teacher was incompetent. We are the only students for the divination class.
That would make a lot of sense. Yes.
Yeah, so of
Yeah.
course they're trying to take us out because that would make the divination. Oh, they couldn't have seen the students get killed. Of course, kick them out.
Yes.
Fuck.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
That would make a lot. That would make a lot of sense. Yes. Then I mean, it stands to reason. As long as we have the stone with us, we might be safer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Couldn't hurt.
we. I want to go check Maro's class. I don't know if
Maro's
you all
is
want to do
a-
anything
is a good
else.
Let me please let me just go put on a shirt.
Yes, go do that,
Go
please.
do that.
I mean,
You
but
can meet us
like-
there. You can meet us there.
Yeah,
You
could
you
not.
two, go
I
be
mean,
gay,
buddy
put
system.
on a shirt,
Yes.
buddy system, and then Aldwin and I will go check out Mara's classroom.
Mhm. That sound good?
Sorry, I was thinking
Yes.
about him.
Yeah,
that,
we know.
Yes,
It's okay.
Yeah, go be gay.
So you two
already am. Let's go.
get changed. You're doing that thing really fast. Aldwin, Aurora, you go to Professor Marrow's office. Professor Morrow's office, or the classroom that they teach in.
Really, it's sad you ate your badge. You might have needed it.
I didn't actually eat it because it
Oh,
wouldn't
you
have made
didn't,
sense.
yeah.
I didn't. So I technically still have my Pathfinder.
We might need it.
So
Delicious.
you get to Professor Marrow's office. It is kind of an odd, sad state of affairs. There's no one, no students, no nothing. Marrow is not in their robes. They're just kind of a skeleton leaning against the desk. Their skull head just kind of dropped in a very pensive contemplation and silence. They look like their bones have been there for probably hours and they haven't moved.
Professor?
No.
Hello?
Oh, hello, students. It's good to see you. Welcome to class. We are not having lectures for the rest of year. It's good to see you, though.
Yeah. That's kind of what we wanted to come and talk about. Why did they stop your class?
Well, good for you. The class is not being stopped. You, lucky, get to take final test.
Oh, very-
But Professor Morrow, I am under review.
well,
Why?
Yeah, why is that?
It's best I show you. They get out this black box, like ink black, and written in this script that you can't quite look at until you kind of have to move it in the light. You see this beautiful highlighter neon script, and they open it up and you see a letter inside. You take out the letter and they hand it to you. It's written in both Geb and Common. Very easy to read, and it 100% implicates Professor Marrow of regicide and being a threat, and also one that is no longer protected by their homeland of Geb.
Regicide? Is this
This is
about the vampire?
Vampire?
Yes, although no body was found, I still had to implicate myself as killing Lord Drakovich to protect you. Otherwise, instead of me being exiled, it would be you being declared detained for execution.
But what does that mean for you? Your exile was...
Exactly. That is what school trial is determining. Am I handed over to Geb on silver platter as peace offering between Absalom? Do I stay here and teach as Asylum? We don't know. Maro doesn't know. But I have to prepare case because I am next on the block for chopping.
I'm so sorry, Jesse. There has to be a way we could help you.
Yeah, is there anything that we can do?
I am already officially ex-citizen. I'm no longer Geb anymore. But if you could come to my trial, give testimony to teaching, importance of necromancy.
Yeah,
I doubt they would break their charter about teaching necromancy, but I don't know.
But so Lord Drakovich was never found?
They did not find the body. I had to tell them I killed him.
But is there a way that we could try to find them? I mean, there's a lot going on right now.
Yeah.
Shit.
We thought you may have been wrapped up in the stuff that's like all the other stuff that's going on.
Oh no, the other stuff. The Maru remembers this. The dancing controversy. Yes, no, I was. I am nowhere near that. I am fine, but I have my own issue.
Professor,
It's,
one of the last things that Lord Dragovich did was drink from Aurora and I. Is there any way to connect that?
It would be its own investigation. We'd have to get divining elf boy. Him, probably. My necromancy, don't know if that helps. Aside from vampire anatomy, genealogy, that's about it.
Well, we're trying to make sure that nothing happens to Tyrell out.
Yes.
Yes.
Sitting outside of you.
He's a good man. He has show you the too many voices in brain. He needs chill pill. He needs the pill of chilling. He needs this. Yes. Anyway, go. You have other things to worry about than old Professor Maro. I will be okay. Trial will be at the end of the school year after finals.
Yeah, I mean, we'll be there.
Yeah, we'll do anything we can to make sure
Thank you.
that we can help.
Of course. Like I said, lectures are canceled for the rest of the year, but finals, don't be late, okay? To Professor Maro proud, yes?
Of course.
Of course. All right. I will probably be sad skeleton in dark room for a while. So yeah, don't worry about me.
I guess we'll see you soon.
Yes.
Thanks. Be seeing students. Bye. Have good days. Yeah?
Me too.
So
Well, then I guess we leave.
that bittersweet relief, like, oh, good, they're fine.
Not really.
For something else, shit.
I'm living in I told you so heaven. Okay,
Okay,
that's the best
first
way to
of all,
put it.
motherfucker.
No, I was correct the whole time. That's the best way to put it.
It's either this happens or we
good.
die from Geb, so you know.
Yeah.
Die from Geb, yeah, but like the whole point Sar and I was trying to do was negotiate, and all you guys wanted was to, get the good suck.
Again,
That's
Aldwin
also
was
negotiation.
again, you're talking to Aldwin.
So anyway,
Moving on.
everyone, you still have at this point, I'm going to say about an hour and a half left to prepare for trial. Is there anything you want to work on specifically? Anyone you want to talk to specifically? Or do you want to fast forward?
Quick question.
Mm-hmm.
While Sar and I was getting changed, could I have checked the room to see if it's been tampered with in any way? Like since Homegirl's been in here.
Yeah, I'll save you the trouble. You're looking around the place. You see absolutely nothing to suggest that there's been any tampering or an attempt to make a sigil. Absolutely nothing.
All right.
All right. So.
And then I wait outside and I whistle when you come out. Make sure you look good.
All right.
If we still have time, I just like to coach my friends in some legal lore, so that way they don't accidentally go, yeah, that's right, I killed a couple students and what of it, when you ever watch people
get our
talk
stories
about
straight too.
Yeah.
So we're all telling the same story.
Mm-hmm. And no distractions, please. No exaggerations or extra things. They can use that against us.
Technically beyond our oath at the time, so it's not really a lot of room for that.
You'd be surprised.
Oh, I meant personally. Sorry.
Oh, no. Yes. I just meant like in general. Do your best to not, the
No,
dramatics.
I get it. I get
Yeah,
it. I get
yeah,
it.
yeah.
I
We're
guess
not
the other
lawyers.
Big thing is should we
Yeah, good reason, sorry.
mention the demon from the first day?
Couldn't hurt.
Perhaps it would make sense actually to give them a bit of a timeline.
Yeah.
Honestly, at this point, I say we just come clean about.
Everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Truthfully, there wasn't much we could do besides say that we were looking for things to write on for fan fiction. It's
We
not
were
like
working on an independent school project, which was very
Yes,
much the truth.
and we are also in an adventuring school, which means using something like we just thought this was a normal occurrence would work in our defense.
Which is
Truthfully,
very much the truth. Like, there's no
yes.
lie
I was
there.
going.
thought,
I was going to say I don't think any of us thought immediate cult threat.
No, I didn't think of cult. I thought it was weird, but then there was just a lot of stuff going on, and like we didn't. It kind of like came to like a dead end where we couldn't figure out anything else.
like, sincerely, it wasn't even the weirdest thing to happen that day.
This is true.
Shit, what else happened that day?
A lot.
Like what?
We got
That
introductions to
was-
all the teachers, and then
Introductions,
the illusion teacher was like all edgy,
Yeah.
you know, kind of foretelling at this point.
Which, yeah, hindsight,
the-
major red
true-
flag.
That's everyone in Chile acts. So our favorite shop is cold subject.
Cold subjects.
Stop.
I don't know.
Stop.
I don't like it's good because it's so bad.
We fought a demon, but I also watched a frog suplex about half of the student body.
This is true.
So
Mhm.
yeah,
And it was only one demon.
it wasn't even that big.
Yeah,
I fought Melee that night.
you did.
Yeah, after the fact.
That's what we
Did
did
you?
that morning.
Yes, you did.
That's right.
Wait, am I I'm the one who hasn't
No,
fought
I haven't
Melee?
fought melee either.
Oh, okay, thank God. I thought I was missing out.
I mean, you could always ask him to spar. He's pretty open to it.
Very good at dancing too. Maybe we could do both.
Mhm.
Ooh.
He's going to be the dance instructor.
At the
I
Orange
guess.
Sonata, yeah.
Yeah, I actually do want to. We should all take that class just to support him next year.
Yeah, it'd be great.
Oh.
Yes,
don't-
Sana, you should dance. with
Yes,
us.
you should. It's your friends.
You know Hero's gonna want you to go.
I've always wanted to learn how to dance. You could learn how to dance with me. It could be so much
I-
fun.
I can't dance. It's just you guys dance differently.
Well,
Then we can
then,
all learn
it's
together.
learning. It's a learning experience.
I feel like
Oh.
we're forgetting something very important.
No, it's fine. We still have like at least 2.5 hours more left. in
We're
next
having
trial.
this conversation as we're like figuring things out. Maybe you know.
Yeah. We gotta take breaks somehow.
As far as these abjuration stones, there are
Hmm.
2 of them. Do you
Do
think
they
we
have to
should
be-
hold on to one kind of to protect ourselves? Because I doubt this may be the only thing happening. Like, I don't trust anything right now. Even if they do,
Mm.
like, convict, what's the fucking edgy face?
Yeah, no, I just
There's
Yeah,
someone
I-
else involved. And we know
yeah, I
this.
have that bad feeling too that somebody else is involved and I don't know who.
See, this is where it's kind of tricky because if this really is like a full direct Hell Knight a conspiracy shenanigan takeover, there are several orders. So this could literally be one order's agenda, you know, but
Mhm,
that's not the
mhm.
rest of us. And
Yes,
if
obviously.
Yeah.
and if so, well then you would be seeing more of my we would all be seeing more of my father. Because he's really good at beating the shit out of other Hellknights.
You know, I wouldn't mind seeing that this time.
Yeah,
actually,
honestly,
could we help?
I
have
that
no
actually doesn't sound like the worst thing right now.
It really doesn't, and that's the worst part because I'm like, I don't want to call him.
I mean, I feel like if things like this are happening, he might get the call anyway.
You might just
This is
yeah, no,
true,
that's what I'm
this is
saying. You
true.
might
He
just
might
get the
just end up
call.
showing
Yeah,
up.
yeah,
Mhm.
which then I don't know how I feel about it. Okay.
As we
Look,
say,
I
there's a
really
shadow
don't.
is forming at the doorway.
Oh no.
Son, child, who must daddy pummel? Anyway, so that being
Oh,
said,
try.
I should probably call himself father. But that being said, it is time to go to the trial.
Mhm.
By fire.
It's actually kind of this really nice building that looks exactly like a courtroom would in Absalom proper, although it's a lot smaller. A lot of the guards from earlier that worked for the campus are there in force. There's like 20 of them just in case. You see a bunch of magic sigils all over the place, and kind of like Vanna White walking around and touching the screens on Jeopardy. Wrong show. Wheel of Fortune, and the letters
Price is
popping
Right.
up. You see, thank you. You see the Archdean walking around the room and touching each sigil and activating a different protective spell. Then she sits down at the judge seat and proceeds to officiate the event. She gives it the very legal introduction and opening. She states that, we are here to look into accusations made against Donima Vigilate for conspiracy to basically crimes against humanity, demon summoning, demon possession, non-voluntarily, of course, and of course attacking students in legal grounds, and potentially looking into an incident between the two sovereign nations of Absalom and Cheliax. This conversation will only pertain to the legal authorities surrounding the safety and conspiracy with Donima Vigilate, as well as any other acting parties presented here today. Now, it is this court's solemn duty to confirm or deny within a reasonable doubt of the events, their perpetrators, and any political connections that could lead to a violent invasion. Now, that being said, she calls forth the three. They are in a lit sigil with an iron circular counter raised around them. They're still in chains. It is the sort of detainment that is not there to be completely repressive, but if they were to break out, it would be extremely awkward, kind of painful, and the guards would be on them in a heartbeat. With that, they open the floor to the witnesses, that being you four. Please present your first exhibit of evidence, which of course the court has already taken into account, and your witness testimony on the evidence and the people in question. So, who wants to go first? Or do you want me to roll to see who goes first?
Roll, that's fun.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Rolling sounds cool.
Aldwin, you're called to stand first.
The cake man.
I think Aldwin is going to reach into the bag and take out one of the abjuration stones. And just okay, so how does this work? Hi, I'm Aldwin.
Hi, Mr. Aldwin. We're going to open up with your testimony. Just tell the court and myself where you were last night. If you have others to present, if you could give us further details on that as well. After that, we'll go through questions if needed.
Brilliant. So last night we were at the dance and we saw a student that was having trouble. We talked to them, helped them out, and kind of determined that they had some kind of possession going on, did a ritual, and out popped a Vermilict. We talked more to the student. It's like, oh, they told me to go to divination professor's office. We ran there, and when we got there, there was some kind of ritual going on. There was that professor, Alden's doing the air quotes, professor, doing the ritual, and a big demon that was attacking us that we took care of. And then they said that they give themselves up for crimes against humanity. And then there's that. I will say, earlier today, at the divination office, we found this. Alden, again, puts the stone, I don't know, on the counter in front of them or a table. And it's like, this is a stone covered with runes of abjuration, basically kind of blocking any scrying or anything going on at this office. That doesn't make sense to have in a divination professor's office. Just, yes.
For the record, the student in question is the one that's currently in hospital here on campus, yes?
Out of character, yes.
Yeah.
In character, yes.
Lastly, and not least, for the record, could you please point out whom in this room you saw on the night in question?
Just in general.
In regards to the incident.
Well, I mean, of course, points to Donima. I totally blinked her name. I kept trying to say Daruma. I'm like, no, that's definitely not it.
Darolo.
He's like, of House Rolo. It's like, I wasn't even involved in like 10 episodes, buddy.
So yeah, them, and then I was with my companions at the time, and so I point at the group because we're all here as witnesses.
Okay. Let the record show the witness pointed to Donima in this case. One last question. Asking of the Donima in general. Donima, under testimony, do you recognize these stones said to be found in the office? And Donima looks at the stone that you put out there. Clarification, you put the one stone out there?
Just one, yes.
Okay. Donima looks at the stone, looks at you. Her face mask is still kept on. And then she looks at the judge and she says, I do recall indeed having two stones in that office. Yes, I do recognize one of the two stones that I placed in that office. Archdeacon kind of looks to Aldwin. Mr. Aldwin, are you in possession of both stones that Donima is referring to?
Yeah. Sorry, I just took out the one because I don't realize I needed both to show. But yes, here.
It's all right. Just for the record, I want to make sure that both are accounted for, because if Lady Donima is lying, then we would also have to take that into account. All right. Any other questions, Donima, that you'd like to give to your witness? Donima looks you in the eyes. This terrifying, ironclad, non-blinking stare through a cloth where holes are cut out so she can see. You don't see any other human features, and she just looks to you and she says, no, I have no further questions for this witness. Ms. Aldwin, is there anything else you'd like to declare before we ask you to leave the stand?
Not at this time.
Okay. If anything comes up, please let us know. Give me a diplomacy check before you leave the stand.
It's just going to be a straight D20 roll.
You got this, mate.
I'm going to use halfling luck.
Let's go. Let's go.
Let's go, not 20s.
Let's go.
Okay.
From a 5 to a 20. Let's go.
So one of the guards is asked by Archdeacon to take the two stones. They place it on this table and they mark it as Exhibit A. They say you're free to go. They've kind of had a magic quill take your testimony as you're giving it. And Archdeacon is just looking at Donima. Like, you can tell she's very upset and very nervous. Next up, Going to the stand. Greta.
Lie.
So they ask you the same thing. Can you tell us about the night in question? Also, do you have any evidence to bring forth?
Greta does not.
Really, we just had the stones in the letter.
Yeah. And the letter's more Saranide's thing. Well, I guess I found the letter, but Saranide decoded it.
Yeah. So you get called up to the witness stand. The Archdeacon looks to you and again asks
You wouldn't the summoning ritual circle count as evidence? I mean, we can't like present
Yes,
it, but
it
it was taken point.
True.
It will be. It can also be presented as evidence. Absolutely.
But yeah, what was the question? Or did they just ask me to count the name?
They were asking you if you had any evidence to present, as well as, firstly, just checking in the conversation of the night in question.
I believe everything I have to share has been accounted for. I do believe that there was I do believe that the sigils that we've been encountering, was it just the one sigil that we found was the same as Quentin's book, or?
I want to say, I believe I've said in this episode that this is the same sigil you saw in Holy Fist's mansion.
Yes, you're correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just wanted to double check that. I do know the one sigil we found here is similar, if not the same one we found when me and my team here went to Holy Fist Mansion, but that in turn is also one most commonly used by our teacher here. But then again, that is another one that is commonly used by a lot of Hell Knights. So I don't know if that does anything for you, but that's something.
Now, Mixed Greta, you did say also that this sigil is the one at 3 different locations with regards to ritualistic demon summoning. Is that true?
Yes, one involving a Vermilict, one involving a succubus, and it was a vermin like a succubus. And what else?
Vermilict, succubus. Well, the succubus was being used. It was potentially a Suesto demon,
Sorry,
demon. That one, the E throws me. It's okay.
Sorry, Siesta demon, a Vermilict, and a third one that I can't. That God will tell me when the time is right.
That's quite all right.
God.
Now you are saying that this was found in different locations. Did you say that this was also used by your religion and champions class teacher?
It is one that he from what I learned, it's not only one he uses, but one that's very common for Hell Knights to use. Or is it just specific to him?
Oh, it's a very common, just general Hell Knight ritualistic circle, which is why Quentin would know it.
Yeah, it is one I have seen him use before, but he's a Hell Knight. From what I believe, it's just a simple tool they use to do the job. And if I noticed it, me being as thick as I am, I'm sure someone else might have.
The Archdeacon raises a hand and points to this moving quill, and she says, "We will strike the rank of Hell Knight and title of such from the record. Strike that."
I'm sorry, I didn't realize that was a...
You didn't know? That's fine. Quentin Zelos, do you recognize the student here that has spoken about this sigil? Quentin looks at Greta and goes, "Yeah, I do. They are one of my religion students and in the champions class with Jensen. And they said that they have seen you use this sigil. Is that true?" "Well, I use it." "Yes or no?" "Yes." "So you recognize this sigil?" Yeah, I use it. I recognize it." "Okay." "Jensen, Mr. Ordo, do you also recognize it?" "I do." "Where have you seen it used?" My co-teacher uses a similar sigil.
Co-teacher.
Co-teacher.
My co-teacher. My co-teacher.
No, they are about to be executed in
uh,
each other's arms, lovingly, tenderly.
Right.
Wait, hang on.
No, I'm kidding. My co-champions class teacher and religions class instructor uses an exact but smaller version of this sigil. Yes, I do. I have seen them. Okay. Donima, do you recognize the sigil? Yes, I do. I have seen that sigil a lot. All right. Do you three have any questions for Krita? Donima turns to Greta. Have you ever seen me draw this sigil?
I haven't ever.
Have you ever attended one of my classes?
What? She doesn't teach. You don't teach anything that I need help with.
So, aside from the night in question, you have no other history or evidence to suggest that I am capable of drawing this sigil?
What's the teacher of?
Illusion class.
Illusion class. Nothing that can stick in either a courthouse or a house of God.
Archdean, while this sigil is definitely one that implicates Quentin Zealous, and while I may be implicated in the night in question, I am still not, within reasonable doubt, as you said, implicated in drawing said sigil, only implicated in praying over one for long periods of time. Greta, do you have anything to respond to that?
Well, I may not have seen you. Well, it is true. I may not have seen you with the paint on your hands. I did see you holding the smoking gun. I did see you standing in the sigil with the demon it summoned right by you. And unless you can explain that, unless you can explain why when I pulled a demon from a young man, barely a man, he told me to go to a place where I found you. So unless everyone here is being set up, unless you can provide more information, no, I don't have anything else to say to you, except stop putting demons in kids.
Donima coldly looks to you and then slowly turns to the Archdean. Within reasonable doubt, as you said, while I am implicated in being over the sigil and continuing it, in no way has it been proven that I have been doing this, just an accessory to it. I have no further questions. The Archdean looks to Greta. Thank you, Greta. You may leave the stand. Give me a diplomacy check as you leave.
Thank you, ma'am. Sorry if I was unprofessional. Soldier, not a politician.
Oh no, you were fine. Very illuminating. Thank you for your time.
No problem. Totally wasn't just stalling because my meat suit creator didn't pull out his dice.
The Archdean is sitting going, "Oh, I understand. I dropped my flippy coin somewhere around when we got back from the break, and I'm too much of a coward to go under my chair during show and get it. So that's gonna happen later."
Relatable content.
Yup.
You said diplomacy?
Mm-hmm.
That is a 17 plus 10, 27.
All right.
Nice.
Doing very well as you leave the stand.
I'm pretending to be Saranai.
Channel
let's-
me, babe.
Ooh, let's see who gets up next. All right. This dice really seems to want Greta back on the stand. All right. Speaking of Sarnai, you're being
Your
called to the
turn.
stand.
You got this, babe.
I hope I do. It's the one thing I'm good at. Boop, 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 going up. I will. My evidence will be the letter and cipher.
All right, so you present the letter. Let the record show that we are taking this evidence into Exhibit C. Could the witness please tell us about the night in question and any other information pertaining to this evidence?
Out of character, can I just say pretty much exactly the same thing and then add anything else, or do you need the whole rundown again?
For the interest of time, you can just
Yeah,
say,
I was gonna
blah,
say
blah, blah.
just because time.
Words no jutsu.
Okay. Everything my companions had said, but in a vaguely British accent, followed by after Doloma's surrender, I invoked my Chilaxian right to oversee her. I have had her for perhaps 13 hours from that time until I relinquished said right over to the court and to the Archdean, in which afterwards I had my room back.
All right. Let the record show the nobility in the room and the powers exercised up to this point. That being said, could you please tell us a bit more about your evidence, please?
Yes, this is a code as well as a cipher for. It is one that Hell Knights use. I know of this because I have been raised by a Hell Knight. My sister is also a Hell Knight. Therefore, I have quite a considerable amount of this first-hand experience, despite not being one. And while this code is not shared, it was never shared with me, it does not mean I cannot crack it. And so after a few moments, I was able to crack it, which signifies direct words. Correlation? Correspondence, thank you. Direct correspondence to Doloma from the lictor.
See the Archdean point a finger and say, strike that title from the record. From henceforth, this rank shall only be referred to as
Bimbles.
Sonai, what would be a respectable facsimile of this title?
Can I use my legal lore?
The L train.
Legal or heraldry, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, we call him the L train.
We call him the L train. Choo choo.
Demons.
Choo choo. Slaying demons.
It would be like
28.
Choo choo. All right. 28. So you know title like general, leader, high priest, any one of those would be efficient.
High mage.
High mage? Sure.
Because I know it's like magical in sense, so I guess high mage makes more sense.
Sure. And so with that, she nods to the like magically possessed moving quill that then almost like magically redacts every time this person's called by their title and only refers to them as high mage. To which then she continues and says, all right, thank you. So this person was in correspondence. Could you please in the courtroom point out everyone listed in this letter?
It's just Dolma. Dolma and then Tyrael?
Tyrell,
like, because I wrote his name as Tyrell. I don't know why. That's the nice. in my notes. It's just Tyrell.
Beautiful.
And I really thought it was for a while. Anyways, the divination teacher pointed that as to be made inadequate of the position. That's I'll read the letter if they really want me to.
They do, and we'll hand wave that. They add that to the testimony, and Archdean says, let it also be added conspiracy to fraud as well in there. That will be added to your list of charges. Great. Is there any other? So this letter only implied Donema and it implied the divination teacher. Is that correct?
I believe so, God. You wrote it. I don't have.
No. It was the character confirming with you.
Okay. Yeah. I'm just now. This is the character's player confirming with you.
Uno reverse. Uno reverse.
So I may
Drop
confirm
four.
in character to the AD.
Yeah. No, absolutely. So with that, she kind of asks for Tiralel to come down to the floor as well to put on trial. He is now added to the group of 4. Does the letter implicate Mr. Jensen Odo or Mr. Quentin Zelus?
No.
All right, let the record show. The letter has verbally indicated the presence of Tiralel and Donema in its findings, and not Quentin Zelus or Jensen Odo. Does anyone have questions for Sanai? It's dead quiet. Sanai, you are asked to leave the witness stand unless there's anything else you'd like to add quickly.
Yes, actually. I'm gonna look Donema in the mask eye, I guess. Wherever an eye may be indicated. And just go. You know, we've come a long way from what we were in the past. And it's people like you that like to keep us back in it. So please, next time, whatever sentence you get, perhaps think more than your oath, or where exactly your oath may come from. And use your mind for once.
Give me a diplomacy check.
I got legal lore if that also works. I don't know what is more fitting.
I'm going to say diplomacy in this case.
I love rolling the exact same thing. Yeah.
Was it another
And
nat
having
20?
no. It's just because everything I've been rolling with, like the modifiers have all been plus 11. So if I roll relatively the same thing, it's gonna be relatively the same thing. So it's a lot of high 20s. That's a good
Nice.
27. Yeah.
27?
Nice.
All right.
Yeah. I
Love to
rolled a
see
lot
it.
of 27s and a lot of 28s.
Well, you are asked down from the witness stand. And then, of course, last but not least, Aurora. So they asked you to recount the night in question. I'm going to assume, in this case, for the sake of time, you've done that.
Yep.
Do you have any evidence to put into play here?
Out of character, I'm trying to think of things that we need to mention but haven't mentioned yet. Like the Vermalek on our first day here.
I think that's the only thing that hasn't been
Yeah,
mentioned.
we haven't talked about it.
Yeah.
I think we might have used everything else because we're on exhibit, what is it? C for
Yeah.
evidence,
Yeah, you'd
right?
be-
So now it should be D, being
yeah.
you. You're the D. So exactly. Look at
Nice.
that. Aurora with exhibit D. Another AD in the
Aurora
HD.
gets the
Amazing.
D.
Stop.
No,
Aurora
I
needs
won't.
it.
I won't.
So Aurora, you're asked to present their evidence or testimony or both.
Yes.
Are you gonna, and you're gonna bring the Vermalect on day 1 is of
Yes.
evidence?
And she was just like, and the at the dance was not the first time we encountered a Vermalek. That we actually encountered one on the very first day of school near the administration office. We were heading back to and it attacked us and we defended ourselves.
Understood. I do recall that incident. I had to file reports for over a month about the damages and anything else.
Yes. At the time, we didn't think too much of it. It seemed an isolated incident. We tried to figure out maybe where it came from because demons not good, but maybe just thought someone got their hands on a book and said the things. We found that we heard from someone else. This is also just me out of character trying to remember everything we remember about this thing. So if I'm stumbling over words, it's not Aurora stumbling over words, it's me. We were able to eventually track it to have fallen out of a tree. And some people thought it was just a dead body, and then it got up. And then they screamed, and then they ran away, and then we encountered it. We never figured out who the people were that encountered it, unfortunately.
It's all right.
Jeez, I forgot about that.
It wasn't your job. It wasn't your responsibility at the time. Let the record state that and enter that in as evidence. History of demons summoning as soon as early as day 1 with a penchant for redundancies. Donama, what these witnesses are accounting is very, very serious. Aurora, do you have anything else to add or any other questions that you'd like to field? We will be fielding questions in kind in moment. Anything else?
Out of character, I don't think there's anything else we need to bring up.
That's fine.
Cool. Then yeah,
Right.
just like, no, not this time.
Donama, any questions? Tiralel, any questions? Tiralel just goes, I have one question. Where's my puzzle?
Yes, the puzzle.
What? The puzzle? Oh, bloody guards, please find this puzzle. It takes about 20-30 minutes, but they finally bring in this puzzle. And it's like on this cardboard, it's all lovingly kept in place. And Turtle goes, see, I was doing a puzzle. Bloody thing was easy as hell. I'll tell you that right now. And then the archdeacon goes, Mr. Tyrrell will hold his tongue until called upon. Now, why is this puzzle, Aurora, why is this puzzle being called as
because
evidence?
there was the divination thingy. I, out of character, don't remember the term of it, but Aurora would remember in character.
Alibi, babe, alibi.
Alibi, but it's an alibi. But he
It's
was
a Sarna. Wait,
It's
Sarna from
it's
across the room. It's an alibi.
It's an anchor for divination, so they
It's
can use
an
it for
anchor.
scrying. Yeah.
Yeah.
If he's been working for it for hours, he could write a divinity anchor.
So the archdeacon continues. So with consent of those involved, the court will be it's extending its powers to look over this piece of the puzzle and
To show that he was in his room doing the puzzle last night too.
Understood. She extends her hands. You see this kind of faint crystalline light start to dance over the puzzle, and you see the archdeacon just kind of shaking her head. Mr. Tyrrell, you really must pick better hobbies. Enter it into witness testimony and evidence, exhibits, I don't know, this time D, F, whatever it is. At the time of the incident, Tyrrell was busy. Donama, what do you have to say about the letter implicating Tyrrell? Donama looks at Aurora, looks at Tyrrell, looks at the archdeacon and just says,
Pebble in front.
oh, you have a pebble? Pebble just stands up and goes, I should not be in a court of law. Pebble is his own law. And he kind of starts brandishing a knife again.
Knife? No, down.
This is a courtroom, Pebble.
But, mommy, I am my own law.
Yes, you are.
So the
You are, sweetie.
archdeacon just, to you, Donama, and Donama just says, as per put in that letter, my job was to eliminate Tyrrell as the divining teacher. Once that happens, I would become the divining teacher. Once that happens, we would be safe from divination. As this did not happen, improvisation with the anti-scrying stones, as you see, were called into effect. Great. All right. So that makes this pop awkwardly and bloody easy. Aurora, give me a diplomacy check.
22.
22. Okay. Donama, at this point in time, the accusations against you are serious. It may require further contemplation in my study, but you only have one opportunity. Were you acting alone, or were Mr. Ordo and Zalus acting with you in tandem? And you can just see Ordo just seething, looking at her, and Quentin is just praying gently under his breath to all 5 of the God Scourge or God Claw gods. Donama looks to them, slowly scans back to the archdeacon and says, no, I acted alone.
I thank God.
I was acting alone in this, and I did not work in tandem with these two.
Can I perception that just to make sure? Because
Go ahead.
convinced that there are other people in this.
Same.
Go
No,
ahead.
no. I'm perceptioning. I would wish to vibe check out of spite.
I would like to use athletics to try and.
Oh my
Is that
god.
God.
Jesus Christmas, y'all.
Yeah, I mean,
You
it's. I
said,
get
God, I'm here. Hello.
Stop.
Not 20.
I mean, that just like you're just
Was
like,
it
why did I
perception?
roll?
So
But I got a 21 for my roll.
you get 20? Okay. So yeah, you look at Donema, and as far as you can tell, this cold woman is being very honest. She is in no way indicting anyone but herself, which she's been doing since the moment you found her, and she gave herself over to you. Aki, Sarnai looks at this face, and there is something calculative about this. They are thinking about something when they say this. Of course, you can't see anything on their face, but it's in their eyes. You don't quite know who they're thinking about or what they're referring to, like, but for sure, they're not implicating these two.
All right. Who has the helmet of reading thoughts that we bought in between the show?
That's a zone of truth, which I have neither of.
I don't have that one either. I think it's a divine spell. And I also don't think we're high enough level for it.
I think it's level 3. Yeah.
No, you guys remember, right? The time PJ
We got
gave us
the scroll of
Zone of Truth that lets you read their mind. Yeah, you guys.
We got
thank
it
you,
from.
Dusty.
We got it from the place with it was
with the thing and the
inside
guy.
one of the striking runes.
Yeah.
So with that,
I think all you'll get, like, because I'm assuming, like, I don't know, the pals are all in one side, and I think I would like to mutter soft enough that only we can hear it. Just, I see what she is doing. Anyways, continue.
okay. So the Archdean says, "All right, that is enough." Slams the gavel. I will be taking a 5-minute recess to go over this and have some thoughts. You four in my private chambers right now. And she points to all of you. You go behind this kind of hidden recessed door right behind her, and you see like a small, really beautiful office, leather and upholstery, beautiful carpet. And the Archdean sits on her desk and turns to you, and she says, "There has not been a war between Absalom and Cheliax for hundreds of years. And when there was a war, it was some of the most terrifying combat in history. Next to all the magical stuff. If I incarcerate and in any way insinuate dishonor against Cheliax, there's a very real threat that they will return in kind."
Yes, I'm quite aware of that.
I think it's very clear that this woman absolutely has been summoning demons and is absolutely responsible for the event of the dance night. But she's guilty. And how can I punish her so I don't cause another war?
She is a Hell Knight, and we do have other Hell Knights that deal with this. It would be within their right, within the oath, and they would have also the proper training for it. And I can't believe I am doing this again for the second day in a row, but I could invoke my daddy rights and call him here.
No way you're actually calling it that.
My father is, I have no idea how aware you are of any of this. My father is Calvin Elitish. I'm blanking on his rank right now, so I don't know if he has a title of that as well. I'm sorry.
That's
biggest
quite all right.
badass of the Western chapter.
Yes.
So
Hell Knight Daddy.
It's Hell Knight Daddy.
I'm pretty sure my sister is also going in the exact same route. So like we can just have two of them come up and it would be back to back beating the shit out of her.
Please.
So in the interest of time, you're suggesting to call in your father as someone who would handle the situation diplomatically.
Yes, and he's a noble of Cheliax. This is his job, quite literally. He is also a Hell Knight. He is literally this is the safest bet to avoid any more political ties.
That sounds great. I'll make my official charging. And with your permission, you absolutely, the school goes through the channels you tell them to contact your father, as this is part of his job and his order. The Archdean officially charges Donema guilty of all, conspiracy for fraud, defaming a teacher, crimes against humanity, potential insurrections, and all the terrible things. She's like, you're guilty of all of these on all counts. Your punishment is to remain in my detention as a criminal until proper authorities, naming rank and title of your father, come to escort you, and then full powers will be given to them. And in full transparency, I will be informing the entire student body of what has transpired here today, so that there is no more secrecy, no more confusion. Everything is up and up. It is not even the whole, by dinner time, your dad shows up in his full black armor.
Motherfucker was like, motherfucker said teleport. Motherfucker said no expense for this trip.
Shows up, cracks his knuckles, stares over the bridge of his nose at Donema, and when Donema just says, "It is a pleasure to see you, Ertish," he just goes, and as he just growls and grimaces and cracks his knuckles, he looks to you, Sarnai, and he says, "My child, this was very adequate of you."
I think Sarnai's tired enough to do that in public, and then go like, okay.
And then he's just like, "Child, contain thyself." And then he walks up to Donema. He puts like a collar, like a chain around her neck, and then like pulls her into this like rack that just immediately like neck, wrists, feet, everything, and then closes like an Iron Maiden, and you see all these spikes just come out and lock into place. And then he kind of takes the scroll, throws it in midair. This giant looking dark portal opens up. He grabs it with one hand and like kind of two hands and throws easily this 400-pound chest through it.
Good form.
And as he takes his hand, he kind of closes it, and this black fire and smoke comes and forms this massive bastard sword in his hands. He kind of draws it across and walks in. You can hear this horrible demonic sound just before the portal closes.
You?
And that is where we're going to end episode 16 of Wayward Arcadium. Donema Vigilante has been found to be the conspirator, summoning the demons and putting them into all the children's. And Tyrell and Quentin and Jensen are clean of any potential connections to this plot. That being said, this is what we're going to call it a night. Went a little long again, so sorry. All these big last minute twists. Let's say our goodbyes and let's get out of here so everyone can get to sleep. Let's start with Aki. Aki, please tell us who you are and where we can find you on that sweet, sweet internet.
Hello, I'm Aki, summoner of daddies, and you can find me all over the Twitterverse at Akinomi_art, where I summon mommies. That's right. I do a lot of shit. So like, just go over there. I co-produce. I play shit. I write shit. I make shit. I take a shit. It's quite amazing. So yeah.
Take a stinky little poopy.
Poopy.
Take a stinky little poopy right over there in the corner.
Stinky. But yeah.
All right. Well, next up, Makai. Stinky little poopy. Please tell me who you are and where we can find you on that sweet internet.
Well, hello there. It's your boy. Yeah, is a stinky little poop.
He's very stinky poopy.
I hate it here.
Hey there.
See, it's even funnier when you realize that my mom's nickname for me was the Poo Poo Man growing up.
Ooh, I got
No
some
joke
embarrassing
there.
things to tell you about me.
Hello, friends. It was wonderful playing for you tonight. I, of course, played Greta, but if you want to see me do literally anything else, make bad jokes, offer to peg other people in real life, I don't actually do that yet. But if you want to see what dumb shit I get to on the internet, just go ahead and follow me on wannabe_VA. I always get this wrong. But more importantly, if you ever are working on something and you need support, or you want someone to talk to about it, or you just want to show it off, throw it at me. Just chuck it at me like a goddamn missile, because I will catch it and smack my face into it and witness the explosion of your greatness in real time. So give it to me. Give me all your stuff. Tag me, because I want to see it.
Nice. Next up, Dusty, please tell us who you are and where we can find you on that sweet internet.
Hello, I am Dusty. You can find me most places at Dusty E Hill. You could also find me on just like so many things. Multiple podcasts, Goblets and Gays. Oh, Goblets and Gays. My first episode this week, right?
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, check it out on Wednesday. Or if you're a Patreon, you can already listen to it.
Yeah.
It's good times. You can also find me on Anamama Giri. Bring your own mech. I don't know why I forgot about that. One of the co-producers of Well Seasoned Stories. And again, just like follow me at Dusty Hill. I do too many things. You'll hear me talk about them there.
Nice.
Wonderful things they are.
Absolutely. Next up, the mind behind Aurora. Aubrey, please tell us who you are and where we can find you on that sweet internet.
Hello, I am Aubrey. You can find me at Mad Queen Cosplay. And yes, I am the other co-producer of Goblets and Gays and Anima Kiri. You can find me as Sawyer over on Bring Your Own Mech. And starting this Wednesday, and probably for the next every other Wednesday until it finishes, you can find me over on Four Corners Games. They dropped a podcast of their version of Fall of Plaguestone. I'm playing through Fall of Plaguestone over there, and it's a lot of fun. I am the only medium-sized player. Everyone else is playing goblins or halflings or gnomes, and I'm just like, I'm a half elf. So it is very interesting. It's a lot of fun. Other people like No Nat One's playing in that as well. So it's cool. Go check it out. And yeah, I think that is everything from me.
Awesome. Well, I guess that just leaves little of me. My name is PJ McGaw. You can find me all over the internet at pj.mcgaw, MEGAW, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. You can find me, confirm me, let's have fun. When I'm not here with these amazing students on Mondays, you can find me here, same Nat time, same Nat channel, on Wednesdays, 8 to 11 for Edge of Legend. We got Randy, Wes, Sydney. Hopefully Sam is available, and who knows, maybe we'll get lucky and get Kylie again. But yeah, watch them try to find the martyr who doesn't want her. It doesn't rhyme. I'm making it work. It's not working. But yeah, go check out and see what happens as that story continues. And maybe a little Yeet for Initiative this Friday. We'll see how that happens. We have a lot of other announcements in the process. Speaking of, this is just kind of a teaser. In the month of June, we're going to be doing a one-shot here on Nat 20 Productions. Kind of a little backstory into two of your favorite NPCs in the Edge of Legend game. You know the Bun Boys, you love them, but how they get their business started. Because we'll do this as a little charity one-shot for, I believe we've been tossing around a few different LBGT charities, but we'll get more details to you soon. Just remember, June, one-shot. It's going to be a lot of fun, and it's going to be for a great cause.
So Q&A for there's the form.
Yes, thank you so much. My brain even thought about that, and I So, also, one last thing. This is episode 16. Next week is episode 17. We have 3 more episodes until season 1 is done, and it's been a crazy journey. Episode 20 is going to be our Q&A and postmortem with you all. We have a link we put out on social medias. I believe Goblets and Gays and Nat 20 both did. We're going to try and put it in the Discord. But if you want to have a question asked of us, anything, character stuff, backstory stuff, behind the scenes, click that link and get your question in. We're going to try and answer all those questions and maybe even a few live questions for the Q&A and possibly a raffle. Talk about all that and more for episode 20, and I'm looking forward for all that stuff. So go find the link, send us your questions, and we'll answer them all then. Before I forget, this awesome show could not have been done with the amazing TD skills of our TD, Forgotten Cuttlefish. Forgotten Cuttlefish, we appreciate
Members
We're not
Cuttlefish.
forgotten.
Yes.
Never forget your Forgotten Cuttlefish. We
Our
love
our
Lord and Savior.
fish.
you. Yeah.
We love you.
Well, that being said, I think it's about time we started rating. Let everyone go to bed. It's been a day. We are going to be rating ridiculous streams. They are doing a VR chat. So it looks like it's okay. Who knows?
That
By
was
the time we get
bonkers.
there, it could have gone downhill very quickly.
Only one way to find out.
Oh, what's going to be our battle cry? What should we say?
Stop putting demons in kids.